This podcast is brought to you by Faction Motorsports. We are an automotive performance shop located in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our shop is easy to get to from Route 17, 3, and 21. We are also only 15 minutes away from New York City. Faction Motorsports provides services that include, but are not limited to, performance part installations, suspension overhauls, general maintenance, engine installations, tire mounting and balancing, and custom four-wheel alignments with our in-house Hunter alignment machine. We also stock a range of performance products in-house. From AN fittings and gaskets to complete body kits, we try to stock as many parts as we can to provide quick shipping times for our website customers and same-day pickup for locals. Make sure to shoot us an email if you are looking to set up an appointment or if you are looking for a part that is not up on our website. Our email is sales@factionmotorsports.com. We are also on Instagram at Faction Motorsports.
What?
No, I was just waiting for you to start.
Sorry, I'm just cracking up because it's my favorite time of the week, dude. This really honestly is.
Oh, this is your favorite day?
And then Chris is like, perfect time to rev my car.
Yeah, right? Literally, he waited until the fucking podcast started and then revs the shit out of his car.
Well, everyone listened to it.
Yeah.
Everyone listened to it.
Oh, shit, Mike. Get it as close. We literally forgot to talk about this.
We
Get the
told
mic as close to you as
Twitch
possible.
nothing. But
And then when you move it, you just grab it here. And then she can talk too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Am I going to do my intro now, Frankie?
Yeah, do the intro, Carl.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody to the Faction After Hours podcast. We're here to bring you another episode. Again, this is my favorite time of the week. We have another guest. We have guests.
Yes.
We have Sharon and Lyron. Lyron is Twitch Drift. In case you didn't know his actual name or what he looked like, because here he is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
He's being revealed now.
I know, I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
after you said that before the cameras went on, Lyron and Sharon were like, no one knows what he looked like for the longest time. It's going to be the first time a lot of people see me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Apparently, you were going to come in here with a mask, so.
Well, yeah, because if they didn't see my car in person, they only saw it online.
Yeah.
That's the only time they would ever meet me.
The thing is your car is so iconic, though. Like, I've known...
It is iconic in this area.
Because Frankie and I have both seen your car randomly, I'm sure. When did you see Lyron's car this first?
I don't fucking know, man.
2010?
I feel
Yeah.
like, yeah, I do feel
Yeah,
like it
because
was,
2010 Nope was when I was driving with Dave, New Jersey, and everyone
oh, yeah.
at E-Town when it was just like 6 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I was 2010. Maybe I was there, but I don't know. Was that the same event where they had like a concert and everything, or was that a different one? No, that was
It was
like,
the one that got rained out, and they didn't want to hand out trophies because they just canceled the second day.
Wait,
like
what
I
was
do
it
remember.
called?
It was Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Nationals.
Yeah. It was like drag racing too? Yeah.
Yeah, they had drag racing, they had the drifting, and they had the whole car show thing.
Yeah. I think I had my car.
Yeah,
in the
it was
car show.
basically hot import nights, but outside.
That's what it
Huh.
felt like. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, maybe there was another one that was actually hot import nights.
Yeah, I went to hot import nights probably 2000.
11?
No, I went
No.
to 2000. It was weird. It was 2005, 2006 in Philly
Oh, okay.
at the convention center there.
Yeah.
It was almost like a SEMA
Okay.
at that point.
Damn.
So
they
you've
had-
been
Holy
doing this for a
shit.
minute.
Yeah. Just want to let you know,
Remember, I'm
2004, 2005 was
he's young.
20 years ago.
old. Yes,
Yeah.
I know. You were like,
He was an
Freaking-
infant.
I was
Plasma.
actually
How old were you?
like still a mitochondria. Wait, I was
10?
9, 10,
9.
10, something like that.
like the 6 people that we're closest with in drifting, they were all like 8 years old when I got my car.
That's fucking
What?
crazy. Isn't that crazy? But for some reason though, like when you're hanging out now, especially if a friendship is like based around like the car, sometimes you don't even think about that shit.
Yeah, you definitely
Like-
don't think about it.
I've just been like, in my opinion, when you guys came in here, I didn't think about like the fact that, yeah, I was maybe 8 or 9 when you guys were doing these things, but I'm thinking about like when I saw, like again, your car was probably one of the first import cars I've ever seen, like
Well,
in
I
the
had no-
tri-state area.
I had no friends in drifting, actually, until like she started drifting, because that's when people actually started getting close. Because I would always like 2-day events, East Coast Bash. As soon as my session was over, I was gone.
Damn, you weren't like hanging around. Shaking your ass around and shit.
Going to the bar?
Going to the bar.
When did you get the Soarer?
2009.
Okay.
That's crazy, dude. That was in the 6th grade, bro.
That was 2009. I wasn't drifting yet. I was drifting like a year after that or
Yeah.
2 years after that.
Well, I started drifting in 05
damn.
with my Evo.
Really?
Huh?
He said, huh?
Where? Like, what do you? Like, what do you mean? You're doing like?
No, it was real drifting. It was more power slides because you couldn't fully transition nicely because you couldn't disconnect diffs and stuff. But it was.
Where are
drifting.
you practicing this?
Remember where Car Club was? In Nanuet?
Yeah.
Behind the building. Over there.
Oh, shit. Wait.
Hold on.
Did you live over there?
Yeah,
What the fuck? Is that where we met? Where did we meet? Do you remember? Where we met?
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably for
You
sure.
probably met me before the Soarer.
Yeah, I probably met you, before I even knew what drifting was.
Because back then it was like Hunts Point and all that stuff and Avenue P and then Nanuet.
Yeah.
So
Damn, that's crazy.
Do
didn't
you
know you were up
remember
there.
Frankie at all from like back then?
Oh, God.
I always like to ask the guest this because I want to know.
We weren't really, we didn't really,
yeah,
we
but
knew each other.
That's
but we
even
didn't-
better. I want to know what like.
my issue is I don't remember people in general. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with them personally.
Yeah.
But until I'm around you for a while, I won't really remember you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
But it's hard to forget him because of the car.
dude, I'm telling you, man. I saw that. If you don't know Twitch, I've followed you for so long that you used to tow with the Soarer.
Still do.
Oh, yeah.
You still do, yes.
Yeah.
But now it's like I feel like you tow because it's you need to bring shit to the event because you have a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Back then it was a business.
Dude, that's crazy.
Wait,
to me.
what do you mean it was a business?
It was a business, bro.
You towed with a Soarer for business?
Transporting company. Yeah.
It was sick. It was sick.
Wait, back up.
Not like legally,
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
But like,
but it was motorcycles, ATVs, jet skis, snowmobiles.
okay.
The furthest part north I went to was Maine. West was Chicago. South was Florida.
Why the fuck were you using the Soarer to do this?
Because it didn't feel
Say
it.
it.
Didn't feel
Because it doesn't
doesn't
break.
Shut up, bro.
I don't say those things.
Dude,
That's fucking nuts.
those square front motors, man. Let me tell you.
And then the last when did you pull up here with your big ass rig? That was like 3 years ago.
When I quit,
Oh, you were dropping someone's car
when I
off.
quit work. Yeah, but when I quit work, so that was 2021.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this guy pulls up in like an 18 wheeler.
Dude, that's the sickest shit.
It was an 18 wheeler though, but it's like I don't know what it is. But
it's a Freightliner M2 sport chassis.
it's like it's a sport version of an 18 wheeler.
Yeah,
This is okay, so I got to see it in there. And because that was again one of our first conversations where we're like sat down and talked. Like I was like, I need to talk to Twitch.
Yeah.
well that time that was the toter home.
That was the
It's not the same. Vehicle.
Oh yeah, that was different.
wait. This is like a multiple thing. You
Yeah,
have
dude.
multiple of these
Yeah.
larger vehicles.
Yeah,
What the fuck, dude?
the M2 is basically because I didn't want a dually because every dually I wanted was like $100,000.
Yeah.
If you buy that, it's less money. It's older and it's not deaf.
It was like a flatbed or I forget what it was.
It's
it was
technically it's a flat back on it, but it's basically a pickup truck. It's registered as a pickup truck.
okay.
But like it's built on like a giant. It's
Yeah.
tall. I think
Yeah.
I've seen one of those when we
And
went
what's it
to.
called?
A Freightliner M2 sport chassis.
Can you look that up, Malcolm?
That shit sounds
Freightliner
cool as
M2.
fuck.
Because I want them to see this thing. Because this
Also,
thing,
guess what year that one is?
I don't know. When I saw it, I thought it looked pretty new. No, it's old.
That thing's almost 20 years old.
What the fuck?
Yo, type that in.
It was pretty clean,
That's
though.
exactly what I was picturing.
Gotta wait. It's a delay on this thing.
Now I've seen somebody build something similar, but it was a Mercury SUV chassis cut up put on a flatbed. Looked kind of like that actually. I'm just kidding. It was horrible. Don't do that.
Well, the main reason that people would get them is because they're all air ride and everything,
Huh?
and they're just
Oh,
really
yeah,
comfortable.
Do you need a specific license to?
To drive it by
To
itself,
drive that?
no. When I'm hauling a trailer, yes.
Because it
Even
goes
a
over
single car
weight.
trailer, I'm overweight.
But you could just drive that around if you wanted to.
Yeah, I drive on the Garden State.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I pulled into my work parking lot. I would fucking just start cracking.
That's how
up.
he pulled up here. He pulled up like it was just normal. Like, yeah, this is
Well, I
every day.
daily drove that
thing is
thing.
huge.
I daily drove it for a couple months.
Actually,
Yeah,
what kind of commute we're talking about here?
from South Jersey to Newark and Brooklyn.
Damn, that's over an hour.
Yeah, but
Kind of like the trip that you mentioned today,
it's
about
not
an
that
hour.
big. It's tall, but it's the same size as a normal dually.
It's
So
weird.
a normal
It does look big,
F350
though.
dually, it's the same size. Like that pickup truck outside, single wheel, it's the same size.
He's talking about mine. Huh?
I literally was like, please don't be talking about Frankie's eye. He is.
Yeah, it's
That
not
thing-
bigger
those
than
things
that.
are
It just
awesome.
looks giant because it's
Tall.
tall. Yeah.
And the back seat was really nice too. It's like,
it folds flat.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what were you
Yeah.
doing back there, Frankie?
dude, the back seat is nice. You could, if you brought that to an event, it would be. But the thing is, he's got a better rig for that. So
Yeah, we only
That's the one that I see.
we slept in that once when we went to New Hampshire and Lock City.
yeah. So okay, so now what's the other one you have?
That's a Freightliner also, but it's a toter home.
Toter home. Okay.
It's a Freightliner Columbia, and that one's
Okay.
a 07.
Dude, is the market for these things like crazy? Like, how are you?
I bought it at the high time. Don't get me started on what toter
No,
homes now.
don't tell me any numbers because
I would love.
I'm
to hear
poor
it.
as fuck. I don't need to know. I just know that it's cool as hell.
I mean, that one is big.
hurts less.
Yeah, like you could technically buy a house. It won't be a nice house, but you could buy a house with the toter home.
Bro, wait, hold on a minute.
Or you could just live in the toter home.
Malcolm typed in 07 Freightliner Columbia, and it looks like a full-blown...
Oh,
Was this the one that you showed me? Because this
it's a-
looks like
it's
a
a full
full-blown
s-
truck.
Yeah, it's a full semi. It's a semi chassis and everything with the camper body on it. Yeah,
Okay,
that's what
so
it is.
you need the camper body on it.
Yeah, the frame's just extended.
Camper.
Yeah, I remember we. What event was that? Where were we at, Carl?
No,
it
just
was,
said, holy shit.
The
Well,
one. The one
last,
that.
the last two East Coast bashes it's been at.
It was
Yeah.
East Coast Bash, and we were like, "Where's LeBron?" I don't know why we were looking for LeBron, but
Yeah, and I told you, look over there, and there's
Yeah.
this white wall.
and it's just this fucking mansion, and we're like, "Oh, this must be LeBron's section of the fucking racetrack park."
Yeah.
Outside of it, yo, LeBron.
Yeah, we're like, "Yo," just like yelling outside.
Wait, I
Yeah.
think it's funny.
Was it last year's East Coast bash? We had the other toter home. Yeah.
What
Wait.
other one? Is this a new
This
one
is the
to
second
you?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was last year's was the one we were looking for you.
Yeah, because last year we we're in 24. So 22 we had Kenworth toter home. That one was nice. It's like a 92, but it was manual, so she wouldn't be able to drive it because they're
It's
not like
crazy.
a car manual. There's no synchros in there, so you can't just
Yeah,
throw it in. You have to drive completely different.
and like rev match and everything.
Yeah,
So
I drove the home from Louisiana.
Does that have a Jake brake?
Yeah, I loved how loud that thing was, but by the time I got to Maryland, I was just like, I don't like this thing anymore.
Is it actually useful to Jake brake? Like it's, or are you like,
Yeah, because you can't ride the brakes on those things. You'll just cook them
yeah,
and you'll lose brakes
and that's scary as
because
fuck.
it's air brakes,
dude.
which
I'm finna.
she learned and almost flipped the newer one.
Oh shit.
I'd shit myself, I think.
Yeah.
If that's because earlier on the highway, right on 3, I was wondering why this guy hit the brake and the whole truck just went
Locked up.
like we're going like 5 miles, 7, like less than 10 miles an hour. But like from let's say 7 miles an hour to 0, that shit said. And the
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
I'm looking at the guy and I'm like, damn, I don't think he meant to do that.
I've never drove something like that before. I don't know what
Yeah,
it's
it's not as bad as you think.
like. Yeah.
When we were coming home from Tandem Nights in Virginia, I was flying through traffic trying to catch up to the guy who drives Jenny, that boat.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Boat driver.
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah, yeah.
passed us at the rest area because we had to dump the tanks. So I was waiting for him to pass. Once he passed us, I was just cutting through traffic.
Oh,
with
no
a,
hezzy.
with a
And that-
60-foot, 60,000-pound rig, just trying to catch up with him.
Get out the way.
So what do you do as far as trailering with that? Because I mean the camper, like is there just a trailer on the back of that too?
It has a stacker on the back of it.
Jesus.
So it's a 3-car stacker.
You never seen it tied?
I just don't remember, but it sounds insane. To
I
me.
literally walked. I think my favorite thing about it is like
It
when we
was
talk
insane,
about
though.
this stuff and we're like in your head, you're picturing it. It's actually fucking huge
Yeah,
because
it's
like
big.
You know, I walk up to it. I'm like looking at it like this.
Yeah, literally like looking up.
Dude, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I'm like,
it's a
I need to see it
stupid
here.
purchase because we're not in FD drivers.
That's
or
what I was gonna
anything.
say. It seems
So
like an FD setup.
when we first drove that somewhere, she was in technically C group. So we pulled up and she's doing like beginner at Lime Rock, and we're pulling up in the toter home.
You're like Forsberg, move out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Lime
get this.
Rock,
Watch out.
Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, so it is nice that you did kind of admit that that's a little overkill.
It's way overkill.
but
Just
what
a
you're
little bit.
But that's what you're into.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're into like, the whole.
I've always been about traveling. So when I started in cars, I went to car shows. Our first car show was in like New Hampshire
Yeah.
or Vermont or something like that. So I've always been about getting out and not just staying where you are.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, that's how it always seemed on Instagram. And whenever we'd see your car, you'd have a trailer on the back of it. Like,
Yeah.
you're just using it to get everywhere.
Well, one of your podcasts we were listening to while we were driving to Utah. So
Oh, really?
I want to. So
I was
like,
talking to you guys while you guys were
I
like,
kind of
"Oh,"
remember that.
like, oh, we're going to do like a private day and stuff like that. I said,
private
I
day?
wish I could go, but we're in Utah right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys just like,
Dude.
Utah.
I totally remember that. That had to have been one of the earlier
Yeah.
episodes we've
Yeah, it
ever
was.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 22 FD Utah. So the first FD Utah.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Actually,
We're going on
That
the
was
third year this year.
The
Yeah.
crazier experience pulling in somewhere because we're pulling into the FD pits with a toter home, but we're not FD drivers. Everyone's looking at us like, who is this guy?
how come you don't put like a crazy livery on the side of it?
I'm gonna put a sticker on the front, but
Okay.
you also don't want to put too much stuff on it because then you end up being commercial and you might get pulled over for it.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
but-
want to draw attention.
Yeah, I don't know how much of this we should talk about on this podcast, but I have a lot of
Oh no,
questions for you
I'm
later.
fully legal. I have a CDL, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Ah, my
I was gonna
boy,
say.
he got the papers.
So when you're transporting your own stuff, it doesn't really matter, right? Unless I guess maybe the weight matters.
Yeah, you can't be over 26,000.
Okay.
So
Which is
technically, my truck, the gray one, the sport chassis, the first
the sport model.
first
Sick.
like whole year, 2 years of owning it, I didn't have a CDL. So when we first got the stacker, we pulled it with that from Erie FD, and
Dude,
I was
You
fully
just-
illegal then.
you're
but-
just casually naming states and locations like they're like a hop skip away. Like we're in New Jersey, and the two locations that you just named, Utah and Lake Erie, are over 4.5 hours away.
Utah's wild.
So like,
Utah was 36 hours.
when did you guys start? Like, yeah, you know what? Let's just fucking
Yeah.
get around and just do whatever tracks we want to do. When did you guys start doing that?
Well, I've always been like that. Even when I first started drifting at E-Town,
Uh huh.
I drove at Maple Grove for a drift camp with like Import Intelligence and
Where's Maple
was
Grove?
it Dave Briggs and like there's a whole bunch of like old school
Yeah.
FD drivers there.
What?
Yeah,
Which track
Maple
is Maple
Grove
Grove?
Raceway. It's in Reading, PA.
Do people still drift there?
I know. I
No.
don't know. No.
Maybe soon, but
Mm.
we're not going to talk about that.
Okay. Wait. Yes, because you do also work with some organizations. I remember there was another event that you had, right? At an oval, or you helped host?
I've helped host a lot of car shows and like I don't know if you know Fresh Meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to help with their events, so
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, I remember that name.
Yeah,
Fresh
no,
Meat.
fresh meat, and like that was like when we first started.
That's a
Me
good
and
name.
Chris started
Yeah.
getting into it.
that whole time
Fresh
I
Meat.
wasn't drifting.
You were just
Yeah, I stopped
Coordinating.
drifting from 11 to 19.
you just took a little hiatus.
It was my daily for 8 years.
That's how I know you're
Oh
smart.
yeah, I remember that too. Because I was like, oh yeah, he drifts, but then I was like, I don't think he's been drifting that
Yeah,
much.
so when I stopped. My last event was East Coast Bash 2011. That was
oh my god, that's
because my truck
crazy.
broke down like the month after, so I only had my SRT8 and then my SOAR, and I sold the SRT8 to get like other trucks.
Neon SRT8.
No.
Oh, that's
Jeep-
a SRT4.
Jeep SRT8.
Bro, Frankie, let's stop you right now.
I don't know what it's
The
SRT4.
SRT8
Yeah.
is not two neons. It is a separate vehicle.
So SRT.
I remember I
Jeep.
fact checked you on that too.
Oh yeah.
Like on probably like 2 years ago on your
What did I
podcast.
say? What kind
Which
of dumb
one?
shit
You
did I
guys were
say?
talking about SRT4s and SRT8s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Leon's with Halcyon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
wait.
he loves SRT4s.
Well, his came out sick. But that
he doesn't have one
SRT8
technically. He's got a Chrysler,
I don't.
but he made it. He made it turbo and everything.
Oh,
so-
right.
But
Yeah, like I remember when he was shooting with like little point and shoots you get at Walmart.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude, you've been in the scene for so long. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Is it crazy to be like a part of it from like a non-crazy digital era to like now everybody's like
Oh yeah, because
you got to
back
enjoy
when
it.
I started in car shows, it wasn't even like really forums.
Yeah.
Like forums were like 2 years after I started driving.
You're saying you were from before forums? So like
The ancient
BF.
times.
Yeah, but, like there were forums,
1999 BF.
Yeah, there were
but
forums, but no
not
one used them.
as big as they were. Like B20 VTech and like before NJ Tuners.
NJ Tuners.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
NJ Tuners, what?
I feel like 8.
What is NJ
2008.
Tuners? Dude, I'm
Oh.
asked what is what so much this pod.
Yeah.
When did Scion come out? Because NJ Tuners started when Scion came out.
NJ Tuners was like the forum for this area where like you find out where all the car meets were, like,
Yeah.
and that's where they would all talk about Edgewater.
Yeah,
and-
'cause
What?
people
What? I
left.
don't-
People
didn't
left
know
B20
this.
VTech and went to NJ Tuners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is going
on,
on?
Carl.
B20
Come on,
VTech
keep
was
up.
for buying AEM cold air intakes. Like what? B20 VTech. That's what I knew B20 VTech
non-Honda
for.
person was on there.
Yeah.
Like Zilvia. I was on Zilvia. I never had 240.
I always just thought there was like a spoken rule. Like I would always join the forum when I got the car.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
I
I mean?
feel like back then it was more like that was how there was no social media. So.
Yeah, there was no Facebook.
I didn't.
Like,
Okay,
I-
see, I never thought of forums in this way. Like, let me go hang out with these people.
Yeah, literally.
But on their forum.
Yeah, like I joined Instagram in probably 06. Oh yeah, no, probably 05. Whenever I got out of Lincoln Tech. Yeah. I joined while I was in Lincoln Tech.
Wait,
And it
you
was
joined
brand new.
Instagram?
No, Instagram was.
Or Facebook.
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
I was about to
Facebook,
be
yeah.
like, what did Instagram
I think
look like back
Instagram
then?
was 2010 or 12, 11 or 12, something like that.
He was.
I was on Instagram before they made videos.
I was
Yeah,
as well.
definitely, yeah.
It was
Instagram.
just pictures.
Instagram was actually pretty awesome during that time because if you wanted to shoot your shot at somebody, you had to comment on their fucking photo.
Yeah.
This was before DMs.
Yeah, there
Well,
was
we
no
had-
DMs.
There
we
was
had
no
AIM
DM.
Instant Messenger and
Yeah.
side chats for that.
Yeah, AIM should have never been.
What was your AIM screen name, you punk ass? What is it? What is it? What is it? I'm gonna ask you next, Lyron, and you too, Sharon.
Oh, he's gonna hate mine.
So I was trying to make a screen name. and
Okay.
I think I was with Jesse, and he was like, I was with someone. I was like, I don't know what to make. I was like, let's make a cow tipper. Cow tipper 927. I've never tipped one cow in my entire life.
Why are you cow tipper?
It sounded funny, so I just made it that. It had nothing to do with my life whatsoever. So I was
hate-
cow tipper.
That's so fucking.
I think I had a couple. But that was the one that I remember.
So random.
Cow tipper.
What
I've never
the
tipped a cow, but I kind of want to.
You're from Bergen County.
There's cows in Bergen County.
There are definitely cows,
at
but
Van Son Park.
I never seen any, but they're definitely around here.
What the fuck?
Ramsey.
You
Mawa.
yeah, Ramsey,
There are
Mawa, they
horses.
got cows on.
What
and
about you,
horses.
Carl?
right next to the college.
Mine was I was from Ramsey and I was
Okay.
Filipino, so I said my name was Ramsey Pinoy.
Okay.
Wow, isn't that normal?
My so far I'm the winner. Okay.
What do you have, Twitch?
Well, my first one was Snoop Dogg.
Just straight up.
Yeah. No, not by itself. It had numbers after it.
Okay.
But
It
had
was,
to.
It was 20,004. So that one I started in probably 98. That was my,
Holy
Yeah.
fuck, bro! I was 3.
I was 8. But
Dude, wait, okay, but you're saying like it as if it changed. What did you switch it to?
SR20 Civic Sedan.
wait, what? What? That's so random.
That's the best fucking name
Was that a plan of yours?
Yeah.
SR20.
I wanted to make a rear-wheel drive 4-door Civic.
That's so good.
9295 by itself.
Yeah.
Because
You're a year ahead of its time.
when I had a Honda. So that was my last Honda was in 04.
That screen name is the best one.
SR20.
That's still my one for eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People are probably
I
like,
won't change a lot of stuff because there's no point.
Yeah.
Dude,
Lose all
don't.
the history.
Dude, don't. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I can't get the Snoop Dogg one because that was AOL, so I don't have AOL anymore.
I think you can.
Please tell me
technically-
you don't have email aliases with like Hotmail at the end of it. Please get
No,
rid
no,
of
no.
that.
I have Yahoo and Gmail.
Okay. Well,
The Yahoo one is what I use for all my like scam websites, so I'll use that.
I actually do still have an AIM email, and I use that for all my spam shit.
Yeah.
And I'm scared I'm not gonna be able to get in there one day because they just keep making it harder and harder. Like it gets worse and
Yeah.
worse.
What are you talking about? Like for the forget password
I think
prompts?
they're just gonna get rid of it one day. And it's gonna be like, oh, we're done with that.
Yeah, like when I got a new phone, I tried to sign back into Twitter and I can't sign into it because it has the email address that was AOL.
You were going on there to go check out Drake Schmeat, weren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What happened with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Malcolm, what happened with that?
Malcolm Kemp, he's here. Look at him.
Where's your
Look
mic?
how red his face got.
Where's your
He
mic,
looked at
Mal?
it. Look at him. Say something. What do you want me to say?
Tell me what happened. I don't know. He's talking about Drake's dick. What happened?
I only saw it because Alex sent it in the group chat.
Yeah, no,
Otherwise,
it
I
is-
wouldn't have gone out of my way to look for that.
I don't know. It might be fake.
You have to ask Sharon her aim.
Why do I need?
Yeah, we do
okay.
have to
Sorry.
ask you.
I
Throw
thought
that
you were
mic
going to
over there.
add. I thought Malcolm was asking Sharon.
She
to
thought she
talk
got
about
away
it.
with it, but let's.
Mine's really embarrassing.
No.
It was Killer Bitch spelled. My I was a 1.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
like, once you said,
Wait,
but
wait,
it
wait.
was spelled,
said,
I
wait,
was
wait,
like,
wait.
oh
Talk
no.
about the banner on your Eclipse.
No!
Oh, no.
What did the banner say? Please tell
So-
me it was like girl power or
No,
something.
it was Shorty, but it was spelled TIE.
What kind of car did you have?
It was a Eclipse GS. It was my first car.
Was it a second gen Eclipse?
93, so that would make
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could buy it before that.
Oh, so first gen then.
But I
Yeah.
thought because it had little initials after it that it meant it was like the fast version, but it wasn't. It was manual and it had graphics. I put graphics up the side. It had.
That's back then when they put all those extra things and it was nothing special. they put all those things at the end and it was nothing special.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was just
Just random little.
it was just like lariat type of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it had Shorty across the front. It had Altezza lights. It had looked like a Gatorade splash up the side.
This is sick.
Yeah,
I
I'm
painted
picturing.
interior parts.
Full on Fast and Furious
Yeah.
one vibe.
Yeah.
Painted interior parts like red and white. My first pullover ticket was in that car, like the day after I got my license, for having light up windshield washer.
Oh my
nozzles.
god. Yeah.
Fuck, I need those for my car, Frankie. That's what
Oh.
I wanted.
Yeah.
Yes.
The AutoZone special.
Thank you, Sharon. I need that shit.
Well, we have tire flies now again.
I love the tire flies.
But here's my thing with tire flies. I've been a
I can't
tire
get over
fly-
killer bitch.
with a 1. Get it correct.
Yeah.
First of all, you wouldn't even be able to get that screen name now. They would be like, inappropriate.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is
Yeah, just
annoying.
like you can't say you killed someone, you unalived them.
Oh my. I'm done with that.
Wait, is that a
I'm
thing?
gonna start getting angry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into a Republican real
the
quick.
algorithm automatically removes stuff that says someone died or killed or murdered.
What?
You
have to say
unlived them.
unalive. Yeah.
That was like because somebody at work today was like, you have a gun on your shirt? And I was like, yeah, it's a hunting store. The fuck you want me to do?
That's crazy.
Sue me.
I'm not gonna say who, but
but the
granola eaters.
What are you trying to say?
Not you.
I
You're
don't
not
eat-
granola
I
eater.
don't eat
remember?
granola.
she doesn't eat granola.
Exactly. You're not granola eater, so
But
you're
keep-
not the granola eater.
You're
Keep
right,
sending
you're
them
right.
because me and Malcolm ironically do.
Nutri-Grain bars are actually nice.
I don't know. I don't. Did I try one of those?
Wait,
They're
no,
like,
no,
They're
no.
like the soft ones, like
yeah,
the Fig
yeah, yeah.
Newtons.
That's the
Ooh,
most
yeah.
classic breakfast
Yeah,
bar.
strawberry one.
That
That's
is
it.
the most unhealthy way to start a day.
Really?
It's a soft Pop-Tart, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And it has more like grown up labeling. Like it has like fiber talk on it.
I'd rather
Yeah.
take like the Cocoa Puff breakfast bar.
They don't make that any. Do they?
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
those milk
It's
bars
real
taste
unhealthy.
horrible.
They taste like plastic.
It just tastes like dust.
Because like white chocolate tastes horrible.
Yeah.
So the milk bars taste
Whoa,
horrible.
whoa. We're not gonna glaze over the fact that you said white chocolate tastes bad. I like white
It's
chocolate.
not
It's
that
pretty
good.
good.
No.
It's not that
Milk
good.
That's
chocolate.
the only chocolate I like.
Because it's not chocolate. So
What is it?
Vanilla.
Don't ruin this for me.
No, I don't know what it is.
it's
What
not
is
really
it?
chocolate.
What is it, dude? You gotta tell me what it is. Do you know what it is? What is white
No,
chocolate
it's
made out
like,
of?
It's not really. It's just yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually know what it is. Here we go.
Do you know
Malcolm's doing
how-
research?
Cinnabon icing is made?
No, but I love it.
Yeah, they're in the morning. Yeah, fucking.
No, it's cream cheese.
Oh.
Cream cheese? Great.
Wait,
now
no,
I don't
yeah,
need that
She
anymore.
ruined it for me.
No.
She ruined. She's
A
like,
lot-
oh yeah, because she made icing for like dip for her family because she's white, and so when she was making it, she has like a whole thing of cream cheese. I'm like, what the hell is that for? She's like, for the icing.
It is, but that is usually
Yeah,
cinnamon
that's the
roll
base
icing.
of like a lot of
unfortunately.
baked goods.
I didn't know that because
Yeah.
I never read the ingredients because I don't read ingredients.
I just don't look at it and I just put it on and eat it. But if I really look at it and really think about how that's cream cheese, I'm gonna just throw up.
Yeah,
But if I can just trick my mind and think that's
yeah, I don't
icing,
think about that kind of stuff.
yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
don't-
lie.
I
I
don't
do.
eat a lot of stuff. So.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna go out of my way to try to bake something like this if I'm not gonna eat it. But I do go out of my way sometimes and try to do that shit. So if you see me at a family function and I made something, just know I worked really hard on it, like really hard. Like and like this is gonna sound so. Beating cream cheese is like
Whoa.
really fucking hard. Like it's. I don't know how to. I
Yeah?
was trying to do it with a hand whisk because I don't have that.
You try to beat it with your hand.
I was trying to fucking, but I actually have one of those fucking like mixer things. now.
Yeah.
Princess told me it was cheap, so I got one.
Okay.
Do you have one of those?
No, I don't.
She has like one of those professional ones that
Oh,
fold
you
down and
definitely
everything.
got a
Oh,
KitchenAid. Do you have a KitchenAid?
Yep.
I'm not
Like
even.
it looks old, but it's not old.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're also wildly expensive.
Yeah.
White chocolate is a confectionery typically made of sugar, milk, and cocoa butter, but no cocoa solids.
So,
So
So
it's
it
not
doesn't use
considered
cocoa
real
beans.
chocolate. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not considered real chocolate.
Damn,
that shit's
I'm kind
nasty.
of upsetty about
Also,
that.
look
That
up
shit's
cocoa beans. 'Cause
synthetic.
I think if you eat cocoa beans by itself, it's actually toxic.
that's interesting.
I'll
Just
look
like
that up.
chocolate's toxic for a dog. I think it's not good if you just eat the bean.
We should order some. What? Are they good? Are they cheap? Oh, it says. Oh,
I'm gonna unlive you, Carl.
I'm shocked by that.
Why?
Why is that?
Yeah,
Not
it's-
that Frankie
Come
would
on,
say
don't be
that
don't
to
be
me.
shocked by
Not
anything
that
these
Frankie would say
days.
that to me,
It's
but like,
your generation that did that.
oh, it's like after mine. Like it's a couple after mine.
No,
Because,
not a couple. It's one.
Is it just one?
You're a millennial, right?
You're a millennial
95?
too.
I'm a millennial for
Yeah.
sure. I don't know. If
Yeah,
he
but
is.
you were born
He's
in the
gotta be.
60s.
You know how much
He
I
has to be
hate
millennial.
being. When I first saw that bracket, probably 10 years ago.
You're a
that-
millennial
that
too,
I'm a
right?
millennial.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
When were you-
Wasn't just you're
when were
like
you born?
you're
It's
like the reason
85.
Yeah, you're a millennial.
you're the reason why some of us millennials are
Yeah,
tolerable.
millennials, what,
You know what I
83?
mean?
82, I think.
Yeah, it's the stupidest cutoff.
Yeah, but you're the I'm telling
Why
you.
can't it just be solid
80?
Like 80
I'm
or
telling
90?
you, you're the reason why some of the other millennials and other people like yourself are tolerable.
Yeah, literally.
Because-
Thank you.
Because then it rubs
Thank
off.
you for being born in the 80s.
And then it stops rubbing off. Like after a little while.
People don't hate millennials right now because of the
Like-
babies born in the 80s.
Like I still got bullied. You know what I mean? So like I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
millennial used to be such a bad thing until you really
Till Gen
realized
Z.
that we weren't bad.
Yeah.
So Zennials, was it?
Gen
yeah.
Z. That's the bad one.
Yeah, Z, and then the one after that is it's called Zennials or whatever it is.
Something.
It's just it's millennial with an X.
Yeah. There is
They got
yeah,
a
there is
cooler
one
name, though.
one.
You can't even lie to me that name isn't cooler.
What Gen Z?
Yeah.
I like millennial. I think it's cool.
Millennial sounds like the Backstreet Boys album.
It makes
Millennium.
sense.
Yeah.
Millennium.
I had that album.
So did I.
Oh.
Do you still have it?
I probably do.
I do. I know exactly where it is.
I'm
It's
glad
in
to know we're both
what?
comfortable with our sexualities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or whatever.
Dude,
Like,
there
I
was
have some people at work. One kid, he was born in, was it March of 2002? I'm like, you don't even know what 9/11 is.
Yeah, like you weren't even here for that.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Like I was able to see that from my house. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Do you remember where you were? I need to
I was in
ask.
school,
Okay.
but we didn't get let out early like some people did. But
That was
What
me.
the fuck?
I got let out.
I was fully to the end because you know where Daryl is.
Oh, yeah.
We can't use the buses until someone else uses the buses.
What school did you go to?
Spring Valley.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could see it from Spring Valley? I guess you could.
The overpass that goes over.
Well, you could definitely see the smoke.
Yeah, goes over the New York State Thruway extension in Spring Valley. You could see the skyline from there.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Because I have fighter jets all over my house.
Yeah, that's what I remember too, the most from that day.
Now I have fighter jets over my house, but it's cool. So.
Sick. Like,
Yeah, like we have the cargo planes.
Yeah.
There's, every day there's a Black Hawk flying over.
well,
our house.
because isn't Fort Dix or whatever right there?
Yeah, we're 30 minutes from Fort Dix.
Yeah,
And then we
dude.
have.
Hey,
have
we
like-
were playing around in the woods over there the other week. Next, I should call you next time.
Yeah, I told Daryl you were 10 minutes from my house.
What the fuck? He didn't say nothing to me. I
I
would have
literally
been
looked
like,
it up. You were 10 minutes from my house.
Wait, so
we're coming back.
do you? I heard earlier when you guys were outside. Do you live in South Jersey or you live in Spring Valley?
No, I live in South Jersey now.
Oh, okay.
It's technically, it's South Jersey.
It's
Yeah.
Central Jersey.
It's not.
Shut the
No,
fuck up.
technically it's not central because
Lyron, I grew up in Howell. Is Central Jersey.
He's one of those people who
Yeah,
thinks there's
he's
three
just
versions of Jersey. He basically, if someone thinks there's a Central Jersey, it means they're mad that they weren't born in North Jersey.
Yeah, they weren't included.
That's what that means. Just so everyone knows from the rest of the country.
Wait. But when I was driving by Fort Dix and stuff, shout out Fischetti and Alex Asadi and Justin. We had a fun ass time. Frankie and them didn't want to come.
This was when you were off roading.
We were off roading by Fort Dix, and that hangar they have looks huge from the road. So every time I'm driving by there, I'm like, what they got in there? Shit is massive. dude.
Yeah.
It looks so crazy. And they got the plane outside.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, you watch Mythbusters, right?
I did when I was not
Remember
recently.
that like runway they would always use? We went past that when we were in Cali. Those hangars are huge.
Bigger than
Yeah.
way bigger than that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You also got to remember Lake Hurst is where the blimp came out of. That's why it's so big.
Oh.
The Hindenburg that was there.
Yeah. That's awesome. I did
That
not
would
know
explain the I guess the height and shit like that.
Yeah. The
Huh.
Hindenburg came out of there. And then also Goodyear still comes out of down there. So
That's
You
so
ever see
cool.
it like how would you even look that up that's gonna come out of there that day? But like you ever just be walking outside getting the newspaper and a fucking blimp just flies up?
no, because the route they take to go straight towards like MetLife and stuff like that doesn't go over our house.
Oh damn.
Because they're more like Western Jersey.
Imagine if they did. I'm telling you,
Blimps
bro,
are cool.
Like, shoot, just fucking no shit.
Yo, who was in here talking about conspiracies with blimps?
What are you talking about?
Someone was talking about conspiracies with blimps.
No
one
one
day.
was talking about.
Oh,
it.
because people confuse them for aliens. They think they're flying saucers when they're at night. They're like, oh, it's a flying saucer, but it's not. It's a blimp.
Yeah.
It's just not close enough.
Are you not an alien believer?
Oh, no, I do. What
Okay,
the hell? You can't be the only people.
dude. And I feel like they're in that Central Jersey area.
You think so too, Malcolm?
It's a bunch of unoccupied woods in there. A national or a reserve. The Pinelands are a reserve. You cannot, you know.
I don't know. I feel like if I was an alien, I would not be in New Jersey.
Well, we hear them testing stuff all the time. We hear them testing like jets and stuff by us.
This sounds sick. Like how crazy
Never,
we're talking.
like when we're sitting in the house, all of a sudden, like the window starts shaking. It's a jet that they're testing over by like Lake Hurst and stuff.
Aliens aren't testing it. The people.
No, but I'm just saying they're testing jets, so they're probably testing that technology too.
The propulsion
Yeah.
technology.
Yes.
I think the aliens are in the ocean.
That's actually a pretty, you know.
That's because all the jets always see them out there.
Because it's the least like discovered part
Yeah.
of
Of the world.
yeah.
Yeah, but I saw this machine once. I don't know why it's always on Facebook, but there's it like goes on the ocean floor and it's like a vacuum, and then it like sucks the water out of that one spot, and then you can see the ocean floor.
What is that for?
Dude, I don't know. I just watched a video on how it worked, and I
the
was like,
fuck?
"Whoa, that is so cool!"
I feel like that'd be so
Makes
hard.
its own like bubble.
Yes. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? Have you
probably
seen a
seen
video
it's
of
like
it?
I've seen it. It's like when you put a container in water and then water can't go underneath, so there's vacuum.
It's like how they build bridges.
just goes to the bottom of the ocean and it just scavenge the bottom of the
When they
ocean.
build
and
the
discovers
foundation
it.
for a bridge, they just make a box and suck all the water out.
I thought he meant like something was literally spinning like that fast, where it was like,
No,
I was like, that's a
Makes
lot
its
of
own
water.
force field.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying like they're able to like have you like they were showing what it looked like an ocean floor with no water
That's cool.
in that one little bubble. My luck, I get in that bitch, it's gonna pop, and then we're all dead.
Yeah.
That's exactly what would happen.
You wouldn't even be able to get down there to begin with.
Crazy pressure too, though.
Yeah, but imagine the kind of critters and like the things that haven't seen even normal daylight that's down there. Like,
We got a question in the live stream, the YouTube. What about that link between Area 51 and aliens? You all think that is real? Of
it's
course
yeah,
that's
I mean
real,
it's
man.
real. That's where it's
Yeah.
just like we just gotta drive in there and just like,
It's like
yank.
one of the most secure bases in the world.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's tons of information on that stuff now. I feel like they
The Green Men,
Yeah.
which is just the military.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about?
Well, there's also the little green man.
Yeah.
That's not what they look like, bro.
I do think they look like that.
I guarantee you that they are among us.
What do they call that, Malcolm? The small ones? The grays?
The gray something.
The grays, I think.
Yeah, the gray something.
Yeah. I think that's a
I
grays.
feel like the most common one would be like the first scene in Men in Black where he breathes by closing his eyes sideways.
Oh yeah.
That's probably gonna be the most common one.
I feel like they look like us, probably.
Yeah.
Like they've like zap, adapt. Like I look like Carl now.
I don't know, man.
I'm actually an alien.
I think the grays are the little small guys with the big heads. I think those are what they are.
So me.
Because the people that, well, there's only one, right? Bob Lazar says he worked at Area 51. There's a whole Rogan episode on it. You can watch it. He
Why?
says he
Hold on.
worked-
Why is Twitch
LeBron's
giggling?
laughing at me.
Probably
right now.
because you have so much time on the road that he's probably listened to
He
that
probably heard it.
podcast.
No. You
No?
can ask her, like, I watch a lot of history stuff at home.
Yeah.
So, like, I know a lot of stuff. I don't venture into his side of the internet, but yeah.
Come on, man.
His side of the.
You believe in the aliens?
Yeah.
But I
I
feel
don't
like-
listen to all the conspiracy theory things.
Yeah.
You
But I
make your
can't-
own view, kind of.
Because I can't fully put my mind there because it hurts.
I'm sending you that podcast. You're gonna listen to it.
Dude, don't. That guy is sitting there, and you're the whole time you're waiting for him to just say like, "They're real. They're in there. I saw them."
Well, he basically said that.
He says that he works there.
Well, he didn't want to say he saw one because he doesn't know 100% sure if he saw one inside of an operating room wherever they were.
He also doesn't want to get killed.
yeah.
No,
Sorry, unalived.
he doesn't give a fuck about that. He tells you everything that he did. He tells you what he did there because he in his mind they did try to kill him, but once he went public with everything, no one really tried to kill him anymore. Because now, and once you're on Joe Rogan, if someone kills you, it's
we're
pretty
also
obvious.
at that era where they don't kill those people anymore.
Yeah, it
Sorry,
seems
you
that
gotta
way.
Stop saying killed. You're gonna lose.
No, we don't care.
Frankie said something way worse last week.
Probably. Yeah.
You could go check it out if you did.
The end of the year podcast was probably the most wild one.
Yeah.
That was bad. Dude, why did somebody ask me about root beer? You just pull out a root beer out of the ground? What the fuck?
You didn't see the new root beer dispenser?
No, William J. Garvina asked Twitch, what is your
Yeesh.
idea of the perfect root beer to ice ratio when ordering a drink at a restaurant? Why? Did they give you too much or too little? Malcolm also likes root
I
beer.
don't get ice in any of my drinks. That's why he's doing it.
What? What if it's hot?
He's technically my oldest friend, so
Why? What if it's
Him
a
and,
hot day?
and Ken's probably in there too.
So he knows you. He knows you pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't really like. I mean, it depends. First of all, I only drink fucking water, so my opinion is not valid.
You don't like no soda?
No.
Okay, well, sub out
We're
water.
complete opposite.
But
Sub out
sometimes
ice.
you tell me you don't drink water. We need to get you some help. We need to get you some
I
help.
drink water like once a
Sharon,
week.
do something, please.
No, when I'm working, I try to drink water to really
Not pass out?
He's
Yeah.
getting only water from root beer.
like when I'm really working and sweating and everything, I make sure to focus on water.
All right. Well,
So
that's
I won't
good.
say that I don't drink water.
I think Ken Hernandez. Is it Ken Hernandez? He's in here too. He said, what's LaRon's favorite drink when eating out? I don't think you need to answer that for me, apparently. It's root beer.
Shirley Temples.
Wait,
Ah,
whoa.
there it was. Okay.
I was just kidding. Wait, what?
Shirley Temple is just a cherry 7-Up.
Yeah, but they got to pull out the grenadine and
Yeah.
then I
That's
had
the
to
only
make-
reason I liked it is because when I was a kid and we had sleepovers and stuff like that, when you made punch with like Sprite, cherry stuff, and like all like pineapple juice and all that.
That sounds delicious. When we made punch, it was you dump the packet in there and shake it
Yeah,
up.
it wasn't Kool-Aid.
No, damn.
That's racist.
No, well, that's what I mean. We didn't have like grenadine in the house. What kind of Filipino household got grenadine in it? What the fuck? But I'll tell you what though, when people ask me that, when I was working as a host or a server or whatever in a restaurant, I would make that shit so fucking strong they would never want that shit again.
I feel like you'd be a good waiter.
I was an awesome waiter, dude. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
If you're Filipino, you got a discount.
Wow. That's racist.
It was.
That's racist. Now,
The sodas I used to make when I worked at Subway were so strong.
You worked at Subway? I know
Because
it wasn't racist. They would ask me for it.
When you had the
that's
soda
racist.
machine, the syrup is separate. So
Yeah,
I
you
could
got the
just
bag.
pour the syrup straight into the cup
Oh.
and then add a little bit of Sprite, and it's just the same thing, but it's way stronger.
Bro is making super potent soda.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky I didn't get into soda.
I feel like my parents didn't let me drink soda, so I would try to sneak away and try to drink it, but I still didn't like it. Like
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, dude, with a pizza though.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
wasn't
hear.
allowed
I
to
hear
drink
that's
soda
good.
until I was probably like 11. It wasn't right away.
Dr. Pepper is my favorite soda ever. Nothing hits
Mr.
like the
Pibb.
Dr. P. You like Pib? What is that?
Just a tastier Dr. Pepper. It's the same thing. It's literally the
Really?
same thing, yeah.
What's your favorite soda, Malk?
Cheer wine
Root
is the
beer.
best.
Ruby.
What is it?
Root beer, any type of root beer, I'll dog that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William in there, he's probably going to say cheer wine.
What the hell is that?
It's kind of like a Shirley Temple, if you really think about it.
Cheer
But
wine?
it has like cola in it. So it's like a cherry cola.
Ooh, Malcolm, you would like that.
Because it's
Yeah.
dark.
Literally us at Stop and Shop earlier, Malcolm. What did you see?
Well,
Cherry Pepsi.
If
Oh,
you
cherry
venture
Pepsi.
out of Jersey and you go to, Maryland or Delaware, they had cheer wine there.
They also have something called a chicken, egg, and cheese
Huh?
at
Royal Farms.
Royal Farms. That's what it is. I couldn't remember what it was. Our other friend Reese Conklin, who's very, very young,
Sounds good.
was like, "Yeah, go check this out, chicken, egg, and cheese." I'm like, "What?"
It's like a
Hi,
bacon,
Reese.
egg, and cheese.
Yeah, with chicken, like a live one.
Oh, huh?
No, I'm just kidding.
It sounds pretty good. I mean, I would still put bacon on it, but
Right? Then
Yeah.
I would like it.
yeah.
Damn.
I always used to get bacon, egg, and cheeses until I started working where I do now, and I got sausage, egg, and cheese. I was like, oh, this is way better.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never.
Sausage patties are way better.
I've been
Not
trying
the
to eat
links.
less pork,
When I get
though.
the links, I hate it.
Yeah.
What? The links are so good because they cut it in half. Then it's like,
I don't like the consistency. I don't want to be eating a harder hot dog. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
that's true.
That's all it is. It's just a tighter hot dog.
When I worked at a body shop, I would get it, and it was like that. That was the first time I would get it. Like
Oh,
that.
you worked at a body shop?
Yeah,
Can we go through your work for a minute? 'Cause what? How many different jobs? Did
I
you
worked at a
have?
body shop for like a few months.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I
at
know.
an unnamed body shop.
Yeah, but did you do body shop stuff or no? You were doing.
No, I did all the office stuff.
Okay.
But like I would go,
Was it Maplewood?
no, but it's close, and you're very, very close. But we're gonna leave it unnamed because I'm not gonna shit on that guy right now. Absolutely drag him through dirt.
I don't think I've ever seen you with a serious face before.
Yeah, Carl doesn't
He
like.
fuck with my family, fuck with my brother, and it just pisses me the fuck off. But I would go to that corner store, get a sausage, egg, and cheese. I used to get a bacon one until I saw him grab that shit with his fucking hands out of I don't even know where. But yeah, I would get a sausage, egg, and cheese and a Lucy or two Lucy's for $1. Oh my god! I'd be ready for the day.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
What, Malcolm?
What?
He's crying.
I'm laughing at LeBron's laughing.
Because he's laughing at the Lucy part.
Dude, the two Lucy's and a sausage, egg, and cheese, it was like $6.
Yeah. That's a good deal.
Boy breakfast.
Dude, I finally found a decent bagel spot around here. Well, it just opened up around the corner, but there was this guy down the street. Bro. I try not to eat bacon, egg, and cheese. I try not to eat bagels in general because it's fucking terrible. And
The
then
order was always wrong, right?
no, worse than that. I go in, I'm like, hey man, could I just get a bacon, egg, and cheese on everything? Oh yeah. Gives it to me. Oh, that'll be $10. I'm like, excuse me?
$10?
Bro. Like and I didn't learn my lesson. Like I went back again. He's like, "Oh, I gave you extra." I'm like, "I don't want extra. I want cheap." Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Yeah, like every time.
I work in Brooklyn every day, and it's cheaper than that. Like,
Yeah, dude, it's
where
insane.
it should be more expensive, it's cheaper.
Yeah, no one goes to that fucking spot. No one can afford it. I don't know how he's open still.
I don't know, dude. My favorite spot was in Ramsey, Buono's on 7. Well, it wasn't
Is that the one we talked about before?
on 17. Well, it's now on 17. It used to not be. It used to be in the middle of town. But like Buono's Bagels, dude.
Oh, okay. I've never been there, but
And it's on 17 now. I don't even have to go into the town.
I
Goldberg,
never went out of a. I never got anything from any bagel place other than the one down the street from my house. Like even when I used to hang out with my friends in Airmont, I never really got stuff unless they went and got it because your mind can never change from that place.
yeah.
Like it took so long for us to find Chinese food, and we've been living in our house for 5 years. We only found it last year.
That's mega
Oh my
important.
God.
Super important.
yeah, I feel like Chinese food and bagel spot those are the two
that
necessities.
took forever. We literally did not find it till last year, and we were already 4 years in.
There's
Yeah.
like a thing, my mom does it. I don't know if this is like a cultural thing, but when you move in somewhere new, the first thing you need to do is you need to like order something in that area.
So what? See how like
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it don't
that's
tell-
what I did.
Imagine you order food and that shit is not seasoned one bit.
Yeah.
Woo! House on the market.
I just start trying the Chinese spot. I'm like, okay, I didn't get this one yet, and then
Oh, that's
try
what we
it.
did.
Yeah.
Because since she was from that area, she knew certain places. But one time she went to go get tacos, it took her an hour. I'm like, where the hell did you go? She was only like 10 minutes from the house, but it took an hour to just get tacos.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's slow because then they don't have the traffic down there. I went to school in Glassboro, so it's maybe
I know where
hour,
Glassboro
2 hours
is.
more.
I went to the Mannheim and the IAA and all that stuff over there.
So that IAA, there was a drift. Well, that's where that's where I learned how to drift. There's like a corner there that leads into like a cul-de-sac. But anyway,
you go
it's a
there with
Copart.
Chris?
It's a Copart now.
Yeah.
You go
what?
there with Chris?
No, I was going there with Tyler, Pat, Yon Boy, like my college roommate friends.
Yeah.
That's where I hit the curb. But where the fuck was I going with this? The food down there is like, dude, they didn't cut the fucking bagel in half. What the fuck am I supposed to do eating this full circle?
That's why we don't consider that New Jersey up here.
What? And then dude,
What is
they
going
didn't-
on down
They
there?
didn't even ask me salt, pepper, ketchup. I was like, hey, there's nothing on my sandwich. And I was like, yeah, can I get salt, pepper, ketchup on that? And they said, oh, it's over there. And I was like, oh.
Basically, down there is Philly.
Right? Yeah.
But Philly's got great food. What?
Yeah, but it's a weird part of Philly.
It's outside of Philly.
It's the
Yeah.
people who couldn't fucking be part of Philly.
Because once you go past us, everyone's Eagles fans. So it's just Philly. Like her mom has a Philly accent. She grew up in like Cape May or wherever it is.
That's so interesting.
No. They are. That is because my roommate lives in even more south than Glassboro. They bleed the Eagles down there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you live in New Jersey, right? Like, and they're like, nah, but Philadelphia's right there. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
never
we don't
knew
want
that
you up
until
there
I
anyway.
went to NJMP, and we went to what was that, Applebee's, and I saw all the Eagles flags. I'm like, we're in Jersey though. But then I didn't realize we were that close to Philly.
I really didn't get that either.
Well, also technically Jersey doesn't have a team, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you're closer to New York or you're closer to Philly.
Yeah.
do you
I
think
get-
New Jersey would have a cool team name? I don't think it'd be a fucking.
I
don't
think they
it
should
would
just
hit.
donate the Giants to us.
You
think
can
that's
keep the Giants. You could actually keep the Jets too. We just don't need a football team. How
I
about that?
guess
We're gonna turn MetLife into a drift
We house
track.
2 football teams though.
We're
down
gonna
the
host
street.
Drift Masters in there.
They
Make
don't-
more
they
money.
won't let us in there.
I want to
New
drift
Jersey
at MetLife.
Stadium.
Yeah, I mean people used to, but then they got kicked out.
Actually, I saw a FIFA ad the other day where it said
Oh, yeah.
is that why you
Yeah,
said that? Yeah.
They're calling New Jersey Stadium because they can't use any names that any of the stadiums are because they don't sponsor FIFA.
Huh.
So they changed the name of the stadium. The sign's still gonna be there, but the name of the stadium is gonna be New Jersey Stadium.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
But it makes sense, right? It's a Jersey stadium with New York teams. So it's basically been that name ever since it changed to MetLife.
I liked it when it was Giant Stadium, but it was stupid as fuck because the Giants are a New York team. Should have been a Jersey team.
Imagine it being called New Jersey Jets.
Yeah. Oh, so you drifted there when they let you do it, or
Yeah.
Where?
The actual event
Where?
at MetLife.
Dude, I want to have that again.
yeah?
That
You
was-
can hit a
that was
fifth
probably
gear
like-
entry in that bitch.
That was summer 2010. So
2010.
probably like August 2010.
Who hosted it? Can you like take us down that?
Dustin
Rick's
went to
magazine.
Rick's Magazine.
that. Yeah, I know that.
I know that group
Yeah.
too. Okay, so then Rick's hosted it, and then they had like a skid pad type of deal.
Was it a drift demo?
Technically a demo.
Yeah.
Like I signed up for it, and when I showed up, the day of the show, the drifters were already there the day before. They're like, "How would you sign up? Like, you had to be brought in. You couldn't just." So
Yeah.
I just showed up.
Sick.
Yeah. And I was, C group. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Did you know Dustin Jew?
Yeah.
Was he there?
No, he was with me and Nopi though.
Yeah, because you said you
Yeah.
drifted with Dave NJ too, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. They
Yeah.
all
So if
drifted
you
together.
look back on an old picture, there's a picture of all of us standing on top of a Miata.
Yeah, I remember that.
From
Okay, I
Nopi.
was there.
Yeah, you were there for that.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
yeah. That was one of the first events I even spectated. I feel like.
Yeah, because we were supposed to do the road course 2 days for Nopi, but then the second day they put us into the parking lot, but then they wouldn't
Yeah.
let us drift because insurance didn't allow it.
You were probably down in I'm just gonna say IKEA, not the location, but you were probably down there too
In the Evo, yeah.
when I
I
first,
never went in the store.
really.
Yeah, and I actually work there now, so
Oh my.
like I work next to the IKEA.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew that's. Every time I kind of just knew what you did for work, and I see it on your Instagram. But every time I'm driving by there, I'm like, oh,
That's so.
Yeah,
funny.
I only work in Brooklyn now, so I don't really do the Jersey ports that much. So
you like it better?
I just didn't like the hours I was working.
Oh, okay.
So I quit for like 6 months. Cause we were doing 100 to 140 since January 2020
Holy shit.
every week. So
Hours?
140.
Well, like how many guys?
it didn't matter. It was just that I just went from one ship to another ship to another ship. It's too much.
Malcolm, we're gonna change our hours around here.
I didn't know there was that many hours in a week.
I know. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
How does that work? That's insanity.
There's a couple guys that have worked every single hour in a week.
What the fuck?
So it's not unheard of.
But isn't that like kind of illegal?
No.
But
There's
you're-
no
but-
40 hours doesn't matter.
So they don't. They.
So each day there's only 8 hours in a day I could get paid regular time. Everything else after that is overtime.
So you don't
Every
have to
single
sleep.
day.
Well, yeah. I mean, they find.
Oh,
a
no,
way,
I would
they find a
sleep.
way to sleep.
I would sleep. The longest I've ever been up was probably 36 hours.
Jesus.
I was asleep till next year.
We gotta
And I
change
was
the
at
work
work for
hours. here.
53, I think.
But here's the thing, though. Like, for those of you who don't know, you work as what? You work in the port?
Yeah, I'm technically a longshoreman, but I'm really like a lasher. So the containers, I secure the containers to the ships.
That's fucking awesome. 1, 2. That like it.
Your first day, you're not gonna say that.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Yeah, it's an important part of society. Shit's coming
Yeah,
in there.
it is.
Money is good, but the toll it takes on your body is not good.
I would get crushed by one of those containers, right in between two of them.
Yeah, like the first 3 years at our house, like she hated me.
Just because you were never there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we bought a house in 19, right? February 19.
Is that pre-COVID?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bless.
So we
Nice.
started doing 100 hours guaranteed basically since January 2020 because that's when stuff like ramped up. And then after that, it was just crazy.
Were you? That means you're an essential worker. You work during COVID
yeah.
and shit.
I would get to Brooklyn in 40 minutes. Because you were doing, when I tell you what we were talking before, I leave my house at 4:50 in the morning. I'm doing 100 miles an hour from my house to the Driscoll Bridge. So until I get to Staten Island, I'm basically doing 100 miles an hour no matter what. I don't really care because there's no cops.
Oh, during COVID?
Even during COVID, because the state troopers were like 30% of their workforce was all gone. So there was no one. In our area, there was no one. All
Yeah.
state troopers were in the north or far south.
Dude, I wish I had all my dumb stuff then, like during COVID, like my
Oh,
drift
yeah,
car back
drifting.
and like, ooh,
Yeah, like I.
nah. Look at LeBron.
Well, no, not even during COVID. COVID was funny because I didn't see a state trooper on the highway for 5 months.
I saw 3 on the way here.
I guess it's over now.
It's done.
Yeah, but you gotta remember where you live.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't live in the metro area.
Dude,
Yeah.
actually, the Atlantic City Expressway.
That's New York City.
No. But to me, that's where, when I was in college, there were, compared to the Turnpike, no one there. You can go 110 down to AC. My buddy had an LS 400 that would do that. It was sick.
Yeah, the troopers won't pull you over if you're doing 85, as long as you're not going in and out of cars. But you could pass a trooper at 85 and they won't pull you over.
I'm not going to try that, but I believe you.
I'm gonna try it.
Especially at my time in the morning, her brother-in-law even told me he has a friend that's a state trooper. He's like, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I see people doing 90. I don't pull them over because I know they're just workers and they're getting to work.
That's nice.
They probably work in the city or something like that.
That's nice of him. I feel like if I did that, they'd just shoot us or something.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'd be
Just
doing...
fully automatic weapons.
Why is Malcolm laughing?
Slow down.
That's terrifying.
I don't know. Cops around here are pieces of shit.
Oh, my area is like that too.
Yeah.
But it's funny. When we moved in our area, I was like, there's so many cars around here.
Yeah.
Every day, there's an FRS and an Evo and all these other cars passing our house. There's a lot of cars in the area, but the cops are still dicks, but not dicks.
I feel
Maybe
like
they're more dicks than me.
I do feel like after COVID, since things did seem to get a little bit more lenient.
Yeah, like I've only been pulled over like 3 times at our house. One time was for like tints because I had 5% tint on the truck.
That'll
The
do
other
it.
time when she got pulled over, he asked for all my information once he realized.
Yeah.
She's like, he's black.
Because we live on the border of Lakewood.
Yeah.
And we were coming out of Lakewood. So he pulled us over, was talking to her, and then once he realized I was there, he completely forgot about her. He thought I had a warrant because we were coming out of Lakewood.
I don't know where Lakewood is.
Lakewood is technically a bad area.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Malcolm?
wow.
Wait, Malcolm's saying,
It's a Hasidic Jew town now. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like you
but it's
know
not,
where
it's a
Daryl
rough
lives,
town.
right?
Yes. Is it
And
the
then
same kind of
Muncie,
demographic?
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same exact thing. It's the other town.
Bro, I worked in Airmont for the longest time.
So it's
at
a-
that
it's a
Planet
bad
Fitness
So I
area,
moved from
but-
one area like that to another area, the same exact thing.
Yeah, that's
That's
I
why I,
don't,
didn't
I don't
get out
really
of
know
school
what to
on
say
9/11.
about that one without sounding like a fucking asshole. But I'm glad that so here's the great thing and probably one of my favorite things about you guys is that there's 2 of you. So like you're pretty unstoppable now. Like-
Yeah. But I try to do everything with her. I really don't go anywhere without her.
That's perfect.
Because we're both in the cars. Why go anywhere without her?
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
didn't have
convenient.
that when I got in the cars at first. I was by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That you could, because a lot of people are like, dude, it'd be sick if my other partner was like into what I was into.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants.
Do you have like advice for people who like that? Like, do you guys ever hate each other? Like, Sharon, you ever punch him in the face because you're like, dude, you're doing this wrong. You're holding the 10 mil wrong. What the fuck?
No. No, because when I get mad, I just walk away.
That's good.
I purposely didn't say anything. I wanted that moment.
Yeah, because I feel like I would be like, damn, like I just need to be.
No, because
by
I have
myself.
a really short temper. So she'll see it and she just walks off.
Yeah.
You guys are both mature.
She
That's
panic
why.
eats.
Panic eats.
Yeah.
I anxious eat. What the hell?
I go and get snacks. Like when I see him start to get frustrated, or if he throws something, like I'm quick out the door, like hiding in a corner, and then like he sees me with my snacks, and he's like, "You can come out, like it's okay." Like,
We did that on Drift Week.
yeah, like
Oh yeah, you guys went to
When my
Drift
power
Week.
steering broke.
yeah, like I just disappear. I kind of get a snack, and I'm just like, "All right, I'm
All
gonna
right.
give him his space."
It's time.
The only advice I can give is everything's doubled. The price of everything is doubled.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I
tire
wasn't even
consumption's doubled. Event prices are doubled. Drift week was doubled.
Oh my God.
Even if we take like one trailer and get one spot, so let's say like Hyperfest we did last year, we both paid the same price, but technically we only had one section.
We paid for 2 spots, but yeah, we paid basically for 2 camping spots, but we were in one spot because we had the tow home.
Yeah. Jesus.
So
I'm-
it gets expensive.
it does
Yeah.
It gets
sound.
expensive. It's fun. Like it's fun, but then like you really do got a budget like
Yeah.
for double of everything.
My question is, Do you get a lot of time off work because you guys are doing these events pretty far away?
More time now.
Yeah.
But at a point, I would just tell them like, "Oh, I'm not coming in," because I don't get paid time off, so it doesn't
Okay.
matter. If I'm off, I'm not getting paid.
Oh, okay. I kind of would rather have that than be stuck with a strict schedule, honestly.
Yeah, she's per diem. She's a nurse, so she makes her own schedule.
Okay.
So she did that so we could do whatever we want
That's smart. Yeah. 'Cause
within reason.
I feel like most people listening to this, that's gonna be one of their first questions. Like, how the fuck does?
Yeah, because my job is, they give you daily orders. So if they don't have anything for my day that day, I'm off.
Yeah.
So why can't I tell them the same thing?
Yeah.
Because they're not paying me, so it doesn't matter.
So you guys have a house. You got a mobile house. You got drift cars. Yeah, you guys are living the dream, I'd say, for most
Yeah.
of the people listening to this podcast.
And you have each other. 'Cause,
And you have
like,
each
I'm
other.
telling you, some of those nights in the garage, man, I'm in there fucking listening to Creed, bro.
Wait, what?
Just listening.
Do the song.
Just,
Do the song.
fucking just swing like fucking, just like wrenching. I'm like, all right, time to pull motor.
Fucking
Yeah,
Creed.
well, we get that a lot because we go so many places. Everyone's like, "Oh, you guys are a dream couple. You're a dream couple."
Yeah, somebody just said right here, power couple, power drift couple.
Power couple is definitely the right term. I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah, because we know another couple in Florida. They always call us dream couple, but they are more dream than us. Yeah, they got married at Mid-Pond.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, I love Mid Pond.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised you don't know them. Carl.
I love Mid Pond so fucking much.
Carl
Oh, when
loved
he was there, they weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
I know, because they're the only other people that have come with a trailer as big as us.
Where did you park that thing when
Next to the
Because
shipping container.
the entrance is and the road is pretty narrow.
Yeah. When we first pulled up for Black Dude's Drift, for that,
Yeah.
we were the first ones there because they didn't tell us we were starting at 11. So we showed up at 8. Daryl.
I was about to be like, and then
Because they all stayed in an Airbnb, so they had all discussed that they were starting at 11, but they didn't tell me or the guy who works for Link ECU, Forrest. So we all showed up at early. So when we got there, the gate was closed. We didn't know that Ken lived there. So
Yeah.
we initially pulled up. I'm like, oh, I can't just stop on this road because there's no shoulder. So I went down the road. So Mid-Pound was on this side. We pulled up on this side because that's the only way I could pull in. I can't
Yeah.
pull and come another way.
Yeah.
So when I went down, there's no U-turn.
No.
So I went all the way back around through the city and everything, and then came back the same way. And then I just parked in the street because there wasn't that many people coming. And then Ken saw us and he let us in.
Dude, I love Ken, first of all.
But
Second,
I was parked next to the shipping container.
yeah, that is,
I heard it's a tight fit down there.
it's a tight, honestly, if it wasn't for that parking lot situation, Ken, man, if somebody's out there can give Ken this sort of opportunity to give him more land or help him or something.
Well, he has another parking area. You know, when you're on the track and there's
The far back?
Yeah, he parks stuff over there too. You could pit over there, but there's no actual way to come back.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, you just regulate yourself, so it doesn't matter. You're not waiting for a flagger. You're just waiting until no one comes by.
Yeah, that
You just pull
concept
right
is
out.
wild to Frankie.
Well, I'm just used to Club Loose.
Yeah.
Well, Club Loose 2 is like that too.
But no,
when
no.
we went to Club Loose 2, there's nobody telling you what to do. You
That's
just
kind of cool.
look, all right, they're off the track, and you pull on and you just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
The
I mean, Apple Valley was like that.
yeah, that's why I'm saying Frankie's doesn't like that, because when we were at Apple Valley and everyone's just
Well, the problem I had with Apple Valley was the no flagger thing, but I guess that's the same as what you guys are talking about.
yeah,
Like if someone spins at the first turn,
Yeah.
you can't see them, and then they start sending another person.
No,
no one's sending anybody. That's the thing.
Yeah,
The
that
thing
too.
is, like, E-Town, you can't see.
Yeah.
Like, everything, the track's blind. The
Yeah.
places you're talking about, and even Apple Valley, like, you can see.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you know if somebody spun, you know what you're coming on, or if somebody's coming at you.
Okay.
Like, all of those tracks.
yeah,
that does
Apple
make sense.
Valley, when you pass that tower, you can see through the first turn to basically the whole track.
Yeah,
So once you pass that tower, you could tell someone spun out over there and you just slow down.
I like at Mid Pond too. They cap it like at 5. So if it's like, oh, okay, I'm waiting. Let me like count the drivers on the track. So you have to look around the track, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, there's like 4. Let me go.
That's true.
Yeah,
I love that about that place.
even though we went over 5 for Black Dudes, though.
Yeah.
We were up to, what, 8 on track, 9 on track?
Look, if somebody's telling me to go, I'm just gonna go. And if I see that it might be safe for me to go, like you know,
Yeah.
just have some common sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
But
Ken
that-
wasn't worried about us.
yeah.
Common sense does come with experience. too,
Frankie,
though.
I think we should go there. I don't
Mid-pond?
care if it's just for a private day where it's us, because it's a whole day thing. That's where we should go.
Mid-pond.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you would love it, dude.
It's a good day.
That body kit's gonna obliterate itself.
Wait, what?
There's these bumps.
Okay. E-Town, front track, going into turn 2, coming down the hill.
Yeah.
That bump.
Yeah.
There's
The-
one double size of that in Mid-Pond.
You mean after you go through turn 2 and then you...
Like, you know where the water comes across the track most of the
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
Yeah, that bump.
It's like a little.
There's a hairpin turn you're going into, and there's a bump like that, and you'll just...
Well, yeah, but I kind of like jumps.
Mid-Pond is... No, it's not like a jump. It's...
No?
It's a bump.
Because that's how I view the ones at E-Town.
Yeah, because like everyone
Because you hit it
talks
and the whole
about
car's like...
Mid-Pond and like how great it is. It's just E-Town without the elevation.
I love it.
Literally what it is.
I love it.
It's
Dude.
backtrack.
Yes,
It's
yes.
really backtrack.
And there's this. My favorite corner is the long one going into. I guess it's called what, the bus stop. It's called like this
But
little
like through the middle or through the back?
through the middle,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
it comes to a hairpin.
Oh yeah.
The
Did
GE
Did you
there?
walk that track?
Huh?
Did you ever walk that track before you
I
drove
said
it?
I was gonna do a dry run through it, and then the moment I got on, I was
Yeah, because
playing.
going into that turn, the rumble strip, before that, it's this deep.
it's really
so
tall.
if you hit that, you know the triangle turn, the triangle at E-Town to the mid,
Yeah.
when you like transition back to it to go
Yeah.
up in front of the stands, it's that, but that deep.
it's really
Just
deep.
solid flat piece of concrete.
Oh, my God.
But yo,
yeah.
just don't hit it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hit it.
Yeah, it's a more dangerous E-Town.
I love it, dude.
Technically.
And it's narrow enough where it's super challenging. Like nobody could be out of line
Yeah,
so
narrow
far.
tracks are pretty
I love it,
interesting.
dude.
But like if you drive E-Town all the time, driving that track is not that far of a jump. Like people that drive parking lot events go there, just like they don't know what to do.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
But
entry
we're used
too,
to that.
Yeah.
it's so narrow. Like it's an entry and you want to do a crazy entry, but there's literally no runoff.
I like that. That
Yeah.
reminds me of how Apple Valley
Yeah.
used to be.
Yeah. Exactly.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, the turn going right towards the parking lot after the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sweeper after the pond going into that turn. It's a full like 180.
Yep.
And you're going straight towards the parking lot.
Wow.
But no one goes to the fence, which is crazy.
And no one goes in the water often.
Yeah, I thought
I've
someone
never
would go in that
seen
pond.
A video of a crazy accident at Mid Pond, but Apple Valley, you see them all the time. Like this week, that BMW. What
Yo.
the
What
hell?
happened? What happened?
What's his name? Chase Billings? Were you talking about that one? When he like
the
whipped
gray
it up?
one?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He was just trying to find the edge of the track.
he
That's
went
all.
to like initiate, and then it didn't come back, and just went. Nothing broke though. It didn't,
Nothing?
his wheels looked fine.
Yo,
it
and
just,
that guy's
it didn't come back.
that guy's
So
a
it went through, like,
shredder,
the
dude.
wall
Did you
yeah,
and
like you know
everything?
how you try to enter in the tree turn? You do
Yeah.
the little
faint?
the little feint. He tried to do that. It didn't come back.
Dude, ripping though.
Yeah.
It looked like they had a fun time. I think he's part of that group Crash Style, maybe? Did they host that event?
Yeah. We drifted Apple Valley in the rental Z's.
I did.
That's what he
Yeah.
did. Too.
I did that as well. It was fun. They wouldn't let me hit third.
Yeah, that was weird.
I would have been in fourth if they let me.
Yeah. Did they let you guys hit third gear?
Well, by the time we got to start driving, it was dark, which sucked.
Yeah.
Also, I've never really drifted left-hand drive.
that's
That's
fucking
a
hilarious.
fucking wild.
That is the funniest thing that's ever been
reason.
said on this podcast.
Yeah.
Two cars,
I-
Evo and then Soar. I didn't
Yeah.
really start drifting until the Soar. and
Wait,
it's
you had a
drive.
right-hand drive Evo?
No.
Oh, okay.
I went from the Evo to the Soar, but I didn't really start drifting till
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Soar.
yeah.
So all the things I remember for left-hand drive drifting, that was in 04,
And it was
05.
all-wheel drive.
And you're not
Yeah.
playing Sims or anything. You don't
No.
have like a. I feel like you don't have time for that. Like you're.
No,
you've got-
like, I could do it. It's just I don't really like it. But a lot of the things when I got back into drifting with her, a lot of the things I learned how to do now is from FR Legends.
The phone game?
Mhm.
Lyron, we got to get you on some of the other games.
I don't like Sims.
Car X, like with controller, is fun as fuck.
Yeah, I haven't really done full controller stuff since like Gran Turismo.
And
like
Forza, that's
Tokyo
how I
Extreme
really.
Racer and stuff like that. I never played Forza.
Forza was so good, dude.
Forza was the best thing that ever happened.
Forza and Gran Turismo, those two.
I like just like really. If I had a sim that like moved and everything, I'd probably be okay with it. But
Ironically, really, really expensive, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't
no,
be
I
shocked if
know.
you had one.
like if you went to the Palisades Mall, well, you're too young for this.
I remember.
But at the Palisades Mall, they had the NASCAR thing.
yeah.
I know what that is.
I drove that all the time. And I drove it for free because I knew the guy. But I like that. But I don't really like video games where I'm not moving.
Yeah, when I tried to play that stuff, I ripped the steering wheel off the desk or something.
Yeah.
That's why, I tapped that shit to the fucking thing.
Carl's a very smooth driver because of that. 'Cause
Yes.
he can't rip his wheel up, so.
Dude, I've had that wheel for 15
Well, we
or
went
14
on
years.
Drift Week with a guy that never drifted a car ever in his life. His first track drifting a car was in a 370Z when it was at Summit Point. And he looked like he'd been driving all the time.
Dude,
He's
it's so
He's been
wild.
driving the sim for years.
It's insane.
So you guys went to Drift Week. How was that whole experience?
Expensive.
Yeah, that's what I always hear.
But technically, we were the cheapest because we used probably the least amount of tires.
And you have to drive the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like you drive your cars. Yep. I like
So you
that.
can't. So you guys both drove your car, and where was it exactly?
Right. So we left our house. It started in Summit, so Virginia,
Yeah.
and then West Virginia. Whatever. And then where were we next? I don't even remember.
We were at Summit for 3 days, and then we went from there to Dominion,
Okay.
which like AMA runs at sometimes. Clean Culture ran an event there last year. It's a fast track.
Where is
Yeah,
that?
that
again?
sounds.
Virginia.
Oh, okay.
So I can't say what I'm gonna say because it doesn't register to you. I can voice locations on highways and stuff, and
Okay.
she'll kind of know it. But for you guys, it doesn't mean
Probably
anything because
not.
you've never been there. So
Yeah. Have I
But
been to Dominion?
it's off of 95. If you ever passed Dominion,
That sounds so
King's
familiar.
Dominion, the amusement park,
Yes.
it's
Oh.
like 4 exits up from that.
That name sounds so familiar to me. But
You've definitely passed King's Dominion because King's Dominion is on 95. If you ever driven south of 95, you can't miss that sign.
what is this track like? Like what layout? Is it crazy or is it just like a?
Is it a circuit?
Yeah.
It's
gotta be.
a high speed track.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like we're talking like
Maybe they did U.S. Drift there one year.
I
or
want to
something.
do that shit.
Yes,
I
just
remember.
probably ran a couple events there too.
Okay.
AMA is like the main one that runs there. Alan Archer, he's from Virginia. He mainly runs events there, but he doesn't get people to show up, which kind of sucks for him. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, he's another one where it's like, oh, if I don't get this amount of drivers, I can't run the event because it's expensive to rent the track.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think that's gonna happen for much longer. Drifting is getting very, very, very popular every year. So,
Yeah, but the way that track is ran, it's just the way the guy is.
Yeah.
Like we know all the pricing of like what Aaron rented all these tracks for, and he's like, it's ridiculous what they want for this. And we know a couple guys that live next to that, near that track, and he wanted to do an event inside the oval, inside the flat area, which is nice because you set up all these different layouts and stuff. The guy wanted way too much money for a 1-day event.
That kind of sucks.
Dude, I want to coordinate. Yeah, hold on a minute. Hold on. Me and now that Frankie doesn't want it, me and Nick are gonna work on something here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
'cause he
will.
wanted like a couple thousand to rent it, and then he still keeps all the driver entry fees.
That's
So like, if you're running an event, you're not making money. You're not all about making money, but you can't make anything back. That's
like
the
at
point.
all. Like I know that even if I tried to host an event, I would. The goal isn't to get rich. You can't really eye it that way. I want to throw like a really great event.
Yeah, and you're renting a track, let's say like $6,000.
Yeah.
You can't get the money back by the drivers coming. So
So
what's
what do
the
you
point?
get it? What do you get it
You
from?
spent $6,000 on a track day. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't.
It's not worth it.
Wait, so then I don't know. That does, first of all, that sounds really, really flawed. But we're gonna move forward, I guess. But what's after Dominion? Did you just
We
go
went-
pretty much like a U through the United
Not really.
States?
We went Summit to Dominion, then from Dominion to NC Car, which is a track that RTR used to test at.
Mm-hmm.
We went from there to the Dragon, so Dragon Tail.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed there for a day, and then we went from there to Lanier in Atlanta. Then we decided to do an extra day. We went to another track day.
What?
Yeah.
So you
we
guys
had,
did
we
that
had
whole
a whole
thing,
extra day.
and then
we
added
still
more.
used less tires than what everyone else did.
What the fuck?
Where was your extra day? At Lanier?
No, Crisp Motorsports in Georgia, which is like 3 hours south of Lanier.
Now, what was your setup? Were you trailering with the?
Yeah, I pretty much trailered all our wheels, tools, tires.
Yeah, you were kind of made for this style event, so I think everyone else was pretty screwed.
Do you like
Yeah,
driving
no,
around in the
People say trailers are stupid.
Yeah.
No, trailers work awesome. If there was one I could put on the IS, which
Yeah, but
the other week,
it's the same concept as drag week. You got these 5,000 horsepower cars pulling trailers.
Yeah.
They pull all their stuff with them because you're not allowed a support vehicle.
Yes.
And they need a support vehicle, but they can't bring one.
Yeah.
So they offer you a trailer to put all your stuff in for drift week, but if that's not there, then I'm out of luck. What's the point of that?
Yeah.
You bring one wheel with you, so that's your spare. But
Wait, so they offer you a trailer?
Mhm.
Like they'll bring it for you?
He brings a 40-foot gooseneck.
And then you're allotted a certain amount of space or
Yeah,
something?
you can put in five wheels, a tote, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they kind of just destroyed the point of the whole thing.
But
with
then
that.
you could order tires through Valino, and then Valino brings two 36-foot trailers with tires, and you buy a package, and they change your tires for you.
So what is?
Come on,
what is-
Frankie. That sounds kind of sick. I'm not gonna
What
lie.
is drag week? Because that's the original one. What is
Yeah.
that like? You literally have to tow your own shit?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
No,
they
no,
should
no,
be.
not tow.
and
And you
you-
need to drive it.
yeah. Drive your thing to different checkpoints.
Yeah, I'm saying tow your own.
Tow all your tools and everything, and
Yeah.
then you and your passenger are the only ones allowed to work on your car.
I think that's way better.
Yeah.
Isn't that
But
what it
I'm
is?
not saying
though?
anything bad about Drift Week.
No.
It was an amazing time, but we did it the same way as Drag Week. But we also did
Yeah.
it like 2 years before we actually ran Drift Week.
Like he's saying drag week, you don't get that trailer out.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
But I did know, and I thought that a lot of the teams still operated like that because one day I was going to work. There's one gas station that's right off the highway by my house. It's an Exxon. And there was a Corvette there, a drift car one, like a purple one. And I was like, what the fuck is this doing here? They're like, oh, yeah, it's drift week. And I'm like, what does that mean?
Oh, the purple one, the purple trailer. He
I
has.
don't know if
he has
he
a half cut Corvette.
I didn't know if he had the trailer then.
Yeah, he's from Oregon. His trip to the beginning of Drift Week was a nightmare for
They
them.
were stressed,
Yeah.
to say the least. And they're like, yeah, we got to get to NYC. I'm like, I actually drift at E-Town, which is kind of crazy. Have you guys been there? And they're like, I don't know what their deal was, but they just really needed to get to New York City.
Yeah,
They came all the way from Oregon.
yeah. He has a full toter home and stack and everything. So it was his car, another guy from Australia in there. The trailer blew an axle in Idaho. So they had to unload both cars and as much tires and tools that they had and drive his Pro 1 drift car to Summit from Idaho.
That's what's up.
Pro 1 is like the top one.
Yeah.
Yeah, rear radiator, all that.
Rear radiator.
I would not like that.
Yeah, and then he got to Summit. Yeah, he street drove the whole time.
And first of all, it made it.
Yeah, with the winters and all that, it made it. But his first day at Summit, he blew the engine.
Oh.
They got a new engine. The engine was bad. It was cracked. So they had to just take parts, put his old engine back together because he didn't window it or anything. And then he drove the rest of the Drift Week. He was fine. When he got to Lanier, it caught on fire.
Oh my God.
This is that Corvette that I was just talking about?
No. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
240.
Oh, 240. Okay.
It used to be, can't remember his name. You know Evan Finch, right?
That name's very familiar.
From, what the hell is his motorsport thing? He's in New York. Can't think of it. Starts with F2.
Function.
Freedom?
Function, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Filipino kid that used to work for him, I think he's Filipino.
Galen?
Galen, yeah. It
Galen.
was
Oh my
his-
God.
It was his old car.
Oh.
That's
okay.
the car that Galen was it Galen's street car
Yeah,
before?
that he took on Drift Week 6, I think. Yeah,
Damn,
he
I
took
know
Drift Week
Galen
6.
misses that car so much.
He sold that car to this guy. This guy built it to like full pro car, rear radiator and everything, and then took it to this Drift Week.
I feel like I remember talking to Galen about this because Galen, I don't know how close you were or are with Galen, but like I didn't really know him that well, but he was one of the few people that when I was selling my 240, he was like, dude, you're going to regret this. I sold mine and the dude turned it into something else. And that's why I feel like I knew that for a little bit.
because he went to like BMWs and stuff.
But then he got that crazy S14 though.
Yeah, that's the S14 I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, then I'm talking about another car that he had prior to that.
Oh no, I remember because I'm old, so
Sorry.
I drove with him back in all those days. So.
Galen's cool, man. He
Yeah.
used to come by here all the time, but then he moved to Texas.
Yeah,
I never met him in person.
He was
Really?
working for ECU Master in Texas, wiring cars and stuff.
That's sick.
So he wired that 350Z that James Dean was driving for Drift Week 6, I think. Was it 6? Yeah.
He also can drift his driveway. I saw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I 100% saw it, and that is 100% my dream. Like,
Yeah, I went to his house. He could do it. Well, his parents' house, yeah.
dude, I need to be able to do that.
But he just got another BMW, so.
What? Dude, we need you back.
He wants to
in
get back into
240s.
drifting. He got rid of everything when everything got stolen.
Yeah, I remember that.
He sold everything.
Now, how happy are you that you went back to drifting? Because it's good to have you, Lyron. Please never go again.
Yeah, you can't leave.
Please don't fucking leave again. Otherwise, another pandemic's gonna happen. Because, well,
Well, if you technically think about it, that's what got me back into it because that's when she got her car.
Oh, yeah.
She only got her car at the end of 19.
did you also want to soar, Sharon? Because, no, okay, all right.
She's a Honda girl.
Ah!
But
Killer bitch.
But
now
they don't
she's
make-
a full Toyota girl.
But they don't make. If they made a Honda drift car, I'm sure I would have one too. I'm sorry. What? She said she doesn't want the mic.
Well, because like when we got together, we moved to our house now, and I got my car back because I sent it to get like valve seals done and everything from MA. When we got it back, she wanted to start drifting because I was doing like donuts by the house and drifting in our driveway because I could drift in the driveway.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That was a low key flex. If I've ever
What? No, let him flex. As you. What does Princess say? As you should.
As you
Just,
should,
just
kid.
figure eights. It's nothing big, but now I have another problem because the toter home's there, so I can't do that.
Oh god.
Yeah.
God damn it. We had the toter home in the way. Got to move that.
Yeah, but like we went a couple places in my car, and she was like, she just sent me a Facebook Marketplace of Soars. Like,
Ooh,
ahead,
she was
get one.
she was giving you hints and shit.
yeah, and she went and bought it. Like we drove down, looked at it. I went back the next day and picked it up.
So you only been drifting for like 3 years?
one of the years of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So her first year, she only drifted spooky drift.
Spooky drift.
I won't say the
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Also, my first year, you wouldn't let me drive E-Town. So we drove around E-Town. I wasn't allowed to drive E-Town for like my first year.
Why was that?
I think it was like a learning thing too.
Yeah.
Not only like
Laurent
So
was
for
like,
what-
we got to
so-
pull up there.
love.
Ready.
I love all my guys. Like I love
Yeah.
the E-Town crew now, but like from what I hear, it's changed a lot. Like it used to be a little bit more cliquey, maybe, or a little bit more intimidating. So maybe it wasn't a great like learning friendly place for me
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
The entire time I stopped drifting is when everyone's saying E-Town has the worst people that run it. Like they're all dicks and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
that was a
But like they
thing.
just tell you straight up. Like most of them are from Philly and Pennsylvania. Like they're just straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that they're dicks. They're just straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
So I got a lot of seat time at other tracks, which is probably better being like parking lot tracks and like learning my car because it's a huge car and it was the first car that I've ever tried to drift. So it was like I couldn't even see over the dashboard when I got in it when I test drove it. Like I got in it and I was like in the seat and I was like, wow, like I'm looking through the steering wheel, can't see my
She has 2-inch spaces on her
I
seat.
do. My seat's raised and I sit with padding.
Wait,
like,
wait,
to bring
wait.
myself up.
A spacer for it to go up.
Because I can't see over the dashboard. These cars, you sit very like in them.
No.
Which
Yeah,
is
I can't.
wonderful,
I could
but, like,
never imagine it.
I need to be able to see.
Carl might need those spacers.
everything.
I would.
So we did. We built my seat up, and I've got like I sit on like a booster seat, and my harnesses keep me in. But like, go ahead.
Thank
Carl,
God.
how you sit in your car, that picture of you going in the tree tent.
Yeah, that's my favorite picture.
But she was 1 inch lower than that
Without the spacer.
without the spacer when she first got the car.
Okay, maybe spacers.
Yeah.
Good.
She's also really bougie with her seats.
I am bougie with my seats.
Yeah. What kind
I've
of
got
seat?
Vertex Bride seats.
My fault.
Killer bitch. Dude, that's sick. Wait.
That's cool
But
that
no,
you-
I do know that it is you are literally if it's not a stock seat, you're
That's how I feel when I'm in a
that shit.
350Z.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm buried in that car.
Cruising, I like. Like, I like to be below.
Yeah, the doors are like up
Yeah.
here. You're like,
Like, when I street drive, I want to be down and low. But, like, when I go
Yeah.
to drift, I have to be, like, see everything.
You're just trying to see everything.
Yeah,
make
I
sure.
need to be, like, windows down. I'm very, like,
Yeah.
everything around me.
So you
we
just
drove.
started 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and now you're doing events.
And now you're literally killing it at
yeah,
comps.
from
and
what I
shit
hear,
like that. Dude,
No.
you weren't there, but Sharon literally was holding it down at the comp.
Don't bring that up.
All right.
So I qualified higher than Lyron.
That's why he doesn't want to talk about
No. Not for me. She doesn't like talking about because she kind of got.
Nah, you don't got to
Fuck
talk about.
off.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you know, go check the video
I
on the
mean-
YouTube.
Right. So I may have been myself and who I ended up going against in the first place, Sal, may have been forgotten about when they did the bracket.
Oh,
so
okay.
we were like listed, and I qualified higher than Lyron, and we were listed. I wanted to just say that again.
I knew. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I
Literally
quali-
knew it.
We were listed on the back paper. We were listed on the back. So like when they were telling everybody like where they were going, who they were going with, they never mentioned me. So I went up to Reese and I was just like, hey, do I not get to party today? Like in my mind, as females do, like we always think we do much worse than we do. So I was like, do I not get to party today? And he's like, what? He's like, no. He's like, you qualified like top. You're like bracketed. I was like, I'm not on that list. And so he was like, oh shit, you're not. And it was me and Sal weren't. So instead of redoing the whole thing, they just told me and Sal to drive against each other and that we would take one of the bottom spots.
Oh my god.
All right. If there was money involved,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
probably would have been like,
Yeah.
hey, let's run this the fair way. But it was just all fun. It was the first comp I've ever did.
Me
And I was
too, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
all
So
right.
you guys
I was
did
like,
the
I'm
same
just
one.
down to drive. I don't care.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Also, I've driven with Sal before, so like the anxiety aspect was less.
But, yeah, you were like, all right,
I
we're
was
just
like, all
gonna
right, we
go
do
for a
this all the
jam.
time.
Yeah,
Talking about low seats. He looks through his steering wheel.
dude, that's, in my opinion, that is how you kind of sit in a race car. You ever see when a Formula One car driver is sitting in that bitch? The motherfucker's like,
Yeah. That's how you feel in my car.
Laid down
this
literally.
is how I sit in the this is how I sit in the IS right here.
Dude, I'd fall asleep.
I do.
Yeah, like I had to make brackets to bring myself down because I feel like I was too big in the car compared to her.
But that's a completely different problem. Like,
And it's harder for our cars because they only make low brackets for SCs and not SOARs
and
because they're a right-hand drive.
your steering wheel situation. What you got for that? Like, do
Oh,
you
it's
have-
all adjustable. You know, Taylor.
Yeah, that shit's got like the.
We got the
So-
extension up and down.
Yeah.
Is a SOAR and an SC not the same?
No, but they don't make low passenger seat brackets. And technically, I drive it on the passenger side.
Okay.
So, like, our cars are the same as a Supra, but they don't make low passenger brackets. They only make low driver brackets.
Yeah. That's so weird. Yeah, because like 240s, they always have the same seat brackets for both sides. But I guess that makes sense. Cause
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because everything they make for a car always goes on the Supra side first. So, like, a lot of companies don't like making parts for our cars because a lot of people don't buy it because they're all, I don't know. Like, everyone that
I
was,
feel like they're on an up and up though.
like, people
that
are
chassis.
coming into the car now.
Yes.
But a lot of parts that they made was all back in the 90s or, like, early 2000s. No one makes those parts anymore.
Mm.
I don't know why more people don't drive that car.
They're a
It's-
perfect starter car. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone told her she should have got a Z and started in that. Like, she started with too much power, but she also started in a 16-foot long car. So
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, why
Dude.
don't people drive those? Like, what does it come with? The same motor that yours has?
The US one here, it's
But
a little harder now to find it if you weren't let me go manual swap this type of person. It's a little bit more annoying to find a manual one now, but it does exist. One time I took a lunch break at work and I went to go look at one.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. We couldn't buy it though. There was too many people there already.
What kind of engine does it come with?
2JZ GE,
Or
but
a V8.
non-V. Or
that yours
a
or no?
V8. No. The non-V one is the good one.
Okay.
Daryl's car, the old one, the red one, we could have boosted it right out the box, and it would have been just
people
fine.
love VVTI, but it's only good on the tuning aspect. For longevity, the non-VVTIs last forever.
Oh, dude, easily. It just seems like a more robust
16
engine.
yours-
years in the same car.
Look here, right here.
So-
Have you ever done anything? Has it, not
I've just done 2 timing belts. That's it.
Bro, the fact that you had to run
I'm not
through
surprised.
one is wild.
How many miles you got on that thing?
I don't know, though.
Kilos.
Daimler broke it like 10 years ago. But I got it with probably 120,000 miles on it, so it's probably like
Bro.
500,000 now.
Holy
Your
shit! I
shit's
wish that
definitely
thing
got
worked.
500K.
I really wish that odometer worked. That would be the only car we need that odometer to work.
Dude, it's just
Yeah.
the fact that I know that it's got to have my high mileage, not just because you've had it long, but because I know you drive it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got a fucking hitch on it.
Well, yeah, I street drove it to Chicago twice. I drove it to Maine. I drove it to Florida. We did Drift Week. We've gone to Memphis. I don't know how many times. So
What's your like? What's your input on like what you should do to those cars? Like if you were talking to someone who just got one, because your insight is probably very valuable.
In terms of longevity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do anything to them.
that's what I thought you were gonna say.
Nothing.
Stock computer, stock turbos. I have billet inners now.
Oh,
but
okay.
Everything's stock. The stock turbos suck. Yes, I blew my stock turbos coming home from Canada. So I drove from Canada home with no boost.
Oh my god.
And that car
You're
with
talking
no,
like the wheel did the thing.
it locked up. It didn't explode, so I was good.
Yeah.
But it
That's
just
why I
locked
was
up.
like, oh,
But-
so it's possible.
It's no longer an NA motor with the turbo just blocking it.
Yeah.
Drove home, though.
Yeah, going up hills at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
God damn, Toyota knows how to make a product.
And then what's suspension wise? What are you running?
BCs.
Okay. And like arms and everything.
Wait,
Wait, what?
Sorry.
How stiff the spring suspension? Oh no, because you tow with that.
Because I do the opposite of like all the JZX guys. They run like 10K in the rear or 8K, super soft. I'm at like 24.
No, that's what they do in Japan, dude.
No,
Wait.
they run soft in Japan.
This guy with the JZX told me that his spring rate in the rear was 18K and his front was 21. And
Yeah,
I
the
was
front
like,
needs to be because the way the engine, it's a heavy engine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, boat anchor.
Everyone knows JZs are heavy and everything. They last forever. So you have to put a lot of spring in the front so they just don't bounce. Once I put 20Ks on hers, she drove completely different.
Huh.
And the only other limiting factor is like angle.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
you could run stock arms. Like I run stock arms in the rear.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was interested in what you ran. For
But
that. That's crazy.
like I have barrel version uppers, but like Rad Dan, his car, his pro FD car, runs the same rear as me, like arms and everything. He has like Megan arms and stuff like that.
Is this is the rear end in these cars like similar to yours, the IS? So are they
no.
all
Actually,
kinda the
no.
same? No.
Not at all.
We
It's
only are the same as the Supra. He's the same as
Verosa,
Yeah.
Chaser.
So
um,
what
all
is
the
your-
JCXs are different than ours.
like
What is
his
your setup like? Is it a trailing arm? Like what is it like? I don't think I've ever been.
Oh, the setup is the same.
Yeah.
where
It
it has
is,
a
okay.
lower control arm, traction arm.
It's just the
And the-
arms don't match up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Ours
the
don't
way
even
the
match
s-
up with the Supra.
and the way the subframe mounts is crazy weird. It like slips in.
Forward or
It's like
something.
weird as fuck.
Okay.
Super weird. I only again know a lot about these cars because of Daryl.
You got to come here for an alignment so I can see this car. That's all I know.
I wouldn't be shocked if LeBron has his own alignment
don't
rack,
even
bro.
bring up alignments because
Oh no.
before her, I never got alignment.
I'm not gonna.
I knew
I'm not gonna blame you for that, 'cause
I knew it.
Before we had this, I didn't really do alignments. I would just do
I-
a string alignment.
When we went and got alignments, like when he put my car up, it wasn't even off.
Really?
Like, he barely adjusted anything.
And you have stock rear arms, you said so.
Yeah, I had barrel version upper arms just so I could get rid of the camber.
Yeah.
So I'm perfectly zero in the rear.
Dude, I love.
But like our cars squat. Like people don't realize the Toyotas squat so much.
Even with
Dude,
fucking
yeah.
25K spring race in the back.
Dude, mine.
Look at my pictures following this guy. I
Yeah.
have 24Ks in the rear. I'm still squatting. Damn. Because there's no anti-squat in the car. It just always
Okay.
goes down.
That's interesting. Actually, his car kind of does that too.
Mine squats
All the
like hell.
Toyotas do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
fucking love
single
seeing it.
Toyota drift car squats like crazy. FRSs, they all squat like that.
Dude,
Interesting.
when I have the 18s on the back with like a sticky tire, that shit is fucking.
I hate,
like-
I hate when cars squat. I
And
want it
then
to just
and
be
then
perfect.
then the
entire time.
18 is like tucked in the back, and since I had 17s on the front, that shit was like a little higher too in the front.
And that's what I was trying to do is get rid of the squat,
Yeah.
but also for the towing. So
With the spring race.
yeah,
Yeah.
What about,
I,
like,
I tried to do the
bags?
same thing.
Can you use bags, some sort of bags at all?
I can, but I don't want something that could fail.
Yeah. That's what I would do. That's what I would be concerned of too.
Like, I want my car to be able to just drive to California right now. That's all I care about.
Not to mention you got all that extra shit then on your drift car, and that's annoying. But I guess you already have a fucking tow hitch, so I guess it doesn't
That's
really
what I'm
matter.
saying. Like he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Like what are you afraid of? You could,
Are you leaving me right now, Carl?
I'm about to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, a pee-pee.
Yeah, I got to pee. Dude, try not to have too much fun with that.
We'll try.
You guys should put a mic in the bathroom.
That's a terrible idea.
Thank you, Sharon.
Well, no. So if you
go to the
need
bathroom, you can
like,
still talk.
number 2, poo, you can still chime in.
No,
while
if someone needs to take a shit on this podcast,
you're not
that's
gonna
when,
hear it though.
that's when the podcast ends. We're just like,
It's
okay.
you don't hear me really over here, but you hear me here.
But I don't want to hear your ass.
You won't hear. It's not up his ass
I like your hat, by the way, Bucky's.
all day.
I should have brought this up when Carl was in here because he had one of his first Bucky experiences somewhat recently, and he was like, his life was changed. And you know what happened? He didn't even go in the bathroom. They have the craziest bathrooms.
To be fair, we've probably been to what, like 8 different ones. I've never gone to the bathroom.
Oh my God. You need to go to the bathroom next time. You literally have your own door. It's like you're at home. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's like you're in a mansion. The doors are huge.
Yeah, I've never gone to the bathroom. We've just gone in for the normal stuff.
Yeah.
$150 later.
Just a snack here or there.
Yeah, except for the first one we went to when we went to Texas. That's the only time we didn't spend $150.
Yeah.
Every other time we're $150 every time.
Walking out with a fucking brisket, everything. Yeah, Texas.
Fresh brisket on the board.
Yep. That's Carl's favorite thing. Yeah, that when I was in Texas driving through, I was like, we didn't hit a Bucky's on the way there, so we were trying on the way back, and like you see the Bucky's coming over the top, you're just like, oh shit, there it is.
It's like south of the border where they had the signs like 10 miles before.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about Bucky's, Carl.
Oh,
I knew he would want it. He's gonna say it.
Yo, brisket on the board. Yo, and then the rest of the employee. Brisket on the board. Fucking
To be fair, they're always happy to be working. But also, do you see how much they make?
yes, I was
So-
outside of that place. I remember.
A regular associate makes over $100,000.
Yeah, because I was.
Wait, back up. What?
Yeah.
Don't tell Malcolm close.
I
your
took a picture of
ears.
it. Hold on.
Well, sorry.
I took a picture.
Cashier was 80, but then when you go into like managers and stuff like that, it was
Those
like
were
140.
Those were definitely like
Whoa.
over 100.
Yeah.
But I did take a picture of that sign because I sent it to my coworkers. I was like, bro, what are we doing?
Brisket on the board.
I'll fucking yell that all day long for $100,000 a year. What the fuck?
Yeah, the first one we went to was outside Texas Motor Speedway.
But hold on, they did Ricardo when we went there. He did say
Boo.
they work you pretty hard.
Well, yeah.
Well, I hope.
Think about when you go there, how many people are in there.
It was
and
baffling.
You always have, it's always clean.
Yes.
Everything's always organized because it's always someone coming right there fixing everything. I'm sure they work you, but
They had useful things in that store too. That's why I like the store.
I like it because the beaver.
What the fuck?
have you ever taken a picture with the one, like the guy, the costume?
No.
Oh.
I
Have you been to
wish.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you never got a picture with that guy?
No.
They don't have it in every single one.
Yeah, I don't think
the
I
first
seen
one we
him.
saw was in Alabama.
That was the one
Yeah.
that we went to, and that was the first one. Me, Ricardo, Ethan.
You went
Kenny
to the
from
one in
Colorado.
Alabama?
Yeah,
You know what you missed? Like down the street, Barber Motorsports Park. The
What the fuck?
Motorcycle
like
museum.
Skip Barb.
Oh.
Yeah,
Carl would have loved that.
I most definitely would have.
it's down the street. It's the only reason we stopped at that Bucky's.
I
is
had
'cause
no
of that.
idea what the fuck. And
I feel like,
like-
I heard of that.
our friend from Colorado came, and this was the first time we're all kind of hanging out for a
Yeah.
long period of time. We fucking got brisket sandwich,
Ooh, that sounds
Well,
good.
the opening one in Virginia.
dude.
Off
I
of
opened
64.
that brisket sandwich in the car. It's over. The whole car is gonna smell like that for hours.
She got
brisket,
it. Yeah.
though.
It's so good, dude. They put that on the board.
You ever go to? You ever stop at? I think it's called Rudy's or something. It's like a barbecue spot. It's like a chain. but I don't know where they are. I've only seen them in West Texas.
On our road trips, we don't eat.
What is wrong with you?
He doesn't.
I won't eat on road trips
What do you eat?
until we're done for the night.
What do you mean? What do you? I'm sorry. We gotta.
Makes you tired?
What do you mean?
Okay.
So you don't.
If I could drive for 16 hours without eating, I could snack, but like I
Yeah,
won't
but
eat.
what if you're? I'm gonna put you in a position here. What if you're driving, and Sharon, please feel free to take the mic, because I feel like we would be the ones if we were all on a road trip together. We're driving. There's a picture on a billboard that says, "We're known for the best chicken sandwich in the entire country." 5 miles.
Not unless we are within the hour of being to our destination will he eat like a meal.
Dude,
So
I'm stopping anytime.
I kinda get that.
My job is to keep him full of snacks and beverages. So
Root
like
beer.
yeah.
Lifeline.
Root beer, pink lemonade.
Definitely
anything
not
but
water. Yeah.
Nothing but water.
Yeah. Anything but water.
But that's my job. Like in the toter, which is wonderful because like I can get up and walk into like the kitchen area, get the Tostitos, get him his Pop-Tarts.
We don't have to stop to go to the bathroom.
We don't stop to go to the bathroom.
That's
We kind of like
crazy.
switch seats
Wait,
if
whoa,
he needs
whoa.
to pee, and then switch back.
Just get up, walk away.
Hold on, Malcolm can. Malcolm
So
can.
Put it
he'll
on
be like-
cruise.
Right here. Look, hold on, Malcolm here. Don't go to the bathroom. I got you.
So yeah, cruise. Put it on cruise. He'll be like, hold the wheel. He gets up from behind me. I'll get in the
It's
seat.
like Fast and Furious, the end of Fast
And I'm just
Hold
like
the wheel.
white knuckled because the truck's huge and so is the trailer and it's a lot of money in my hand. So I'm like this.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the bathroom and then he comes back and then we switch spots. But ultimately, my goal is to keep him with snacks and drinks.
Life. Give him
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Sustenance.
And be like a good co-pilot.
Wait, no, but I'm still baffled at the fact that, like, I always wondered if that was possible. Like,
To just get up and
Oh, it is.
yeah,
It is.
just to be like,
My-
all right, ready, go.
So I will use the bathroom when we're moving, but it's my biggest fear that we will get into an accident while I'm using the
Oh,
bathroom,
no.
and then they're gonna find me like legs
Just-
up in the bathroom.
You're gonna
in
find
the
your
truck.
Just
body
ODDP, like
Yeah,
fucking
like
open
it's-
door dumping policy. It's easy.
It's my biggest fear when I'm going to the bathroom. Like you go to the bathroom, you're just like, all right, please. All right, is that a bump? Like,
and
you
this is
just
your
kinda
other
like-
half. I would just leave that door open. Hell no. Fuck that.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see her anyway. If the door's open. The toilet's behind the wall, so
Oh, fuck.
yeah, so it's safe.
so it doesn't matter. But the door won't stay open.
I do feel that, though. The moment I'm not looking at the road, I feel like we're going to crash.
That's so weird. It's like you're on a train.
Oh yeah, I've gone through like
Except there's no
huge,
rails.
like potholes and like truck stops and stuff while she's in there, and sometimes like I forget. So I'm just trying to get back on the road.
Yeah. That's an interesting way to travel.
I'm surprised you guys... Do you guys have any pets? You guys do? Dogs, cats?
Yeah, we have a pit bull, but like my mom lives with us.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Technically, the dog is hers, even though it was mine. Because when we moved to our house, she didn't live with us yet. Like she still stayed at my house where I lived.
Uh-huh.
So
Did she stole your dog?
no, I just left her the dog so she wasn't by herself.
Yeah.
Because she's also never lived by herself.
Yeah.
So she had 4 sisters, and then she went to the army, so she was with people all the time.
Damn, she's hard.
And then she went Air Force, and then she met my dad. So then she was with him. So she was never lived by herself. So I didn't want to leave her without anything.
Yeah.
But then we also have a pig.
What?
I'm
sorry.
Her name's Pam. She is a
Oh
house.
my God! Wait, somebody said ask about Pam. Who's Pam? Who's Pam up in here? It was Pop Pop's garage that asked. It.
Oh yeah, Andy.
That's Andy.
Hello, Andy.
Andy's awesome. So we have Pam. She's a potbelly pig. She lives in the house.
So this is real. Okay.
No, it's
Okay.
real. She stands probably at like your shin. She probably weighs a solid like 125 pounds.
Oh my God.
But she's like just a little.
Does she oink?
She screams.
Oh, like Carl.
Yeah. So she oinks every once in a while. She's very like territorial. She-
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
They don't actually.
She's
Yes, they
actually,
do.
And they're very clean. Like she's very clean. She housebroke herself in a matter of like 2 weeks when we got her when she was
That's
little.
awesome.
She goes out back.
If it like
I
the
heard
other-
pigs are very smart.
yeah. When it snowed a couple of weeks ago, she stayed in the house for 2 days without going to the bathroom
Oh my
because
god.
she didn't want to go outside.
Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
sounds very smart.
But like
That's
she'll
efficient.
she'll jump right like in his lap. Like if he sits on the floor, like she gets real comfortable and just. Oh yeah, she's a lot.
I think I need one.
Oh, she's the best.
But
She's
like,
so easy.
I can't have one. I would eat it.
but like, okay, how
In
many
between
times?
a cat and a dog.
How many? That's literally perfect. But how many times do you hear this? Oh my god, that animal doesn't belong inside.
Well, a lot of people think pigs are filthy. That's what
Right.
they say.
But she is very, very clean.
That's when you
Like,
said that. I was like, oh wait, but I thought
Yeah, completely housebroken, sleeps in the corner, has her own like bed set up. Like
it's literally a domestic animal.
oh yeah, because she won't like she'll go outside, but if it's cold, she's screaming to come back in. Like she does, and she'll sleep on the like sit on the heater.
They don't got much fur, right? Or do
No,
they?
she's very like coarse.
Yeah.
She's very coarse.
Wow.
She's like, it's
Yeah.
cold out here. Let me in.
Yeah,
Do you have a picture of her?
yeah.
Sorry, podcast
No, and
listeners.
we
I need
also-
to.
we also
I love it. I like.
she's not talking about much,
actually
but we
love
also have a
animals.
horse.
Oh, what?
A lot of white people animals over on this side.
She
Well,
said it. Can't be racist if she said it.
Horses are crazy.
Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
have a horse.
You guys
She's
can ride it?
It's like her fourth.
How the fuck have we? How long have we been talking for, Malcolm?
Horse?
2 hours. 2 hours, and we find out they have a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised it lasted that long before we found out you had a horse.
People only
What the
think
hell,
pigs,
LeBron?
people only think pigs are dirty because like farm pigs they roll
live
in
in-
mud.
Yeah.
But that's to keep themselves cool. That's literally the only reason they do it.
Oh.
Like her dog,
my
her
God.
her horse does the same thing, rolls in the mud just to cool herself off.
You guys have a whole cavalry down there.
But the horse isn't at the house. To be
No.
fair, no.
Oh, so it's somewhere. It lives
Oh
in.
my-
Yeah, it's down the
God.
street at like a farm. It's a rescued racehorse.
Really?
Yeah, like a cart racehorse.
So this thing could probably haul some ass.
Yeah, it's
it needed
27
to.
years old.
No, she's like 32 now.
Oh, that's
yeah,
pretty
32.
old, right?
No, she's
Yeah.
old for a horse, but she's sassy.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't think it was an old horse. She doesn't like. I don't know. You really don't see old horses, but she runs all the places. Crazy.
You don't ride this horse, do
No,
you?
no,
Okay.
She was never really a riding horse, and then the person that had her before she got her, like, kind of abused it, so she doesn't really like being ridden.
Horses are dangerous.
But she was also never a riding horse. She was a cart horse, so someone was in a cart.
Okay. So she could probably haul ass, but not with someone on the back. of her.
This is just
Oh yeah, like if you
blowing
set
my
her
mind
off,
right
she'd run hard right now. Still,
How big is this horse? Like, if you had to say where its head is at in this room.
it hit the ceiling.
Holy shit.
No. Oh my
Her
God.
head standing straight up, she would hit it.
He's wild.
She's taller than me.
She stands like her head's like here.
Yeah?
I mean, she's
LeBron, you have a horse, not a giraffe.
I don't really have a
The
horse.
fuck?
She has a horse, even though all the animals like me more than her.
I'm
Wait.
just sorry. I'm just picturing like because you keep saying that you're like from where around kind of where Daryl lives, and
Yeah.
I'm like I'm picturing if somebody there had a horse in their backyard, but it makes sense that it was Sharon's, and then now you have okay. It
But
makes
you
sense.
said fourth horse.
Yeah, she had horses when she was a kid.
Oh. Where did you grow up?
In
Down
Brick.
there?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
like down the shore. They were more like family horses. And
Yeah.
we kept them at like my grandmother's house.
What do you do? What does one do with a horse?
That's what I was about to ask too. God, wow.
Tell where the first horse is.
What do you mean? Buried in my grandma's yard?
That's a big
So-
ass fucking hole. I'm sorry.
It
I'm
is.
sorry if
It
that's
is.
distasteful.
No,
Took
it's
15
not.
guys.
You should
to
see
do
the way
that.
you should see the way they went him into the hole.
Oh.
Literally,
I
when she
would
died
s-
at my grandmother's house, my mom's like,
Sequoia?
"Don't even look,"
They
and
have a
they like
Sequoia?
just like a machine just pulls them by their legs into this hole.
Oh, I thought it was
It's
gonna
very
be a
like
truck or
distasteful.
Yeah.
Sequoia's not a truck.
Oh, there we go. Some truth.
The utility vehicle.
Well, no.
pulls it.
I like SUVs, but when I want a truck, I get a truck.
There you go.
If I want
Tell 'em.
SUV, I get SUV.
Tell 'em.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it
But
does
no,
SUV
I am
stuff.
fully on board with you guys using it because it's a truck chassis and everything. So I like that they could tow,
Yes.
but it's not what I get because I like big trucks.
Yeah, I know, dude. What? You don't even have a truck. You have a fucking rolling skyscraper. So, what were we even talking about? Ponies? What were we, ponies?
He wanted to know what I did with horses. I used
Oh
to,
yes. Fucking A,
God.
damn it.
my life
Sequoia.
was really
Oh,
embarrassing when I was younger.
because I made a
though.
joke.
doesn't
Sorry,
seem
I made a
embarrassing.
joke.
You had
I made a
horses.
joke.
I used to barrel race.
Okay.
What
we
is
need,
that?
we need
You-
details.
So if you've ever seen, like, it's a Western style racing. So it's like you have the saddle. It's got like the horn in the front instead of being English. So I used to, you like run down through, it's like a sandy area, and you go through barrels, and then you run on the horseback, and you're timed. And the person who can go without.
Barrels are clipping points. Easier.
Basically, yeah.
There
So
you go.
you run.
On the
this
horse.
is
you're on the horseback,
Okay.
and you
Like a
take
real
off.
pony.
They like
Like,
like
it's
a
not a
real
pony,
horse.
not a
no, yeah,
horse.
like a real horse. So you're on the horse. They open the gate. The time starts when you cross.
This is
You go
kinda crazy.
down. You basically like figure 8 on a horse and then come back through, and the fastest person like.
And
wins.
that's
And
what
there's,
a
like,
barrel
that's
race
what
is?
a barrel race is.
Dude,
Oh, wow.
that's
And
like
there's
old
all
school
different
racing.
types. There's
like,
all different types of like activities that you would do on horseback.
Frankie, you like Cowtown. Look up Cowtown and try to go there at least once this year.
Okay.
You'd love it.
All right.
what is Cowtown?
I wanted.
Oh,
I
sounds
wanted
like
to.
a fun
I would
time.
love to ride bulls. Like
Oh, you're
That
out of your mind.
sounds
Like a
terrifying.
bull
You're a
rider.
fucking lunatic. All
yeah,
right.
I
Yeah.
would love it. Like that's so.
I rode a mechanical bull once.
Did
I
you?
was,
I
I wish
haven't
I could
done
see
that
that.
yet. I would.
dude, somebody's got a
you
video
need
of
to,
it.
you need to get one.
There was
No,
Here.
no. We don't need one in here.
When yes.
Why?
She's
Dude,
like,
that
"When you
sounds
do the
awesome.
expansion-
Yes,
If you-
Sharon.
if
Sharon,
you ever
yes.
have like
Yes.
an event, when you ever have like
What?
an event or anything,
Rent one?
Yeah, they no. They
Yes.
know enough.
when you
Yeah.
ever have an event or anything like that, and you're doing like some, like a grand opening or something, and you get a
Yes.
Get a bull.
Yup.
Oh, you can rent them.
you can rent them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not real.
Don't buy
You know they're
Yeah, yeah.
mechanical,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
No, I would not have a real one in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Just rent
I
it.
Yo,
take the
dude,
whole office
But
down.
when they rent, if hypothetically I rented one
Oh, by the way,
For
thanks a
some-
lot for.
You're welcome.
for
Yeah.
some
You're
sort
welcome.
of event, would they let me be the one to hold the?
Oh, you want to control it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I get-
sure.
yeah.
I mean, money talk.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can convince them to let you.
Dude, thank you, Sharon. You just ruined a lot of people's day.
Yeah, including
Who
mine.
would be the first one you'd want to put on the bull? Would you do it?
With him controlling it, I probably would think twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, when I wrote it, in Philly, there's a place called Xfinity Live. I don't know if it's still called that, but like, it's just this circle of bars, in my opinion. But they had a mechanical bull in there. Never been on one, but you see it. I know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
I got on there. I did that. I look like an idiot.
You
no
did
one
the
else.
thing.
No one else was doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
No, you've got to put the one hand up. It's rules.
Isn't it rules to do that
It's
shit?
law.
Malcolm.
You got to put the one hand up.
You remember seeing Frankie Beans on the fucking
Dude,
that that is something you got to see.
Frankie Beans on a mechanical
I've
bull.
seen.
I
I
would.
saw Frankie Beans on the
Yeah.
mechanical
I would pay
bull.
some
That
really
is
good money.
something
I
you
miss
see.
Frankie Beans.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
you,
When is
Frankie.
he coming on the podcast? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hit him up this month. We'll get.
You
him
always
on
say
here.
that.
Yeah. Well, I hit everyone up. Lyron was on my list. Here he is.
Yeah, you are right.
Yep. I got a list. But okay, so the horses, so barrel races. Also, thank you for telling me what a barrel race was, because I thought a barrel race was you get into a barrel and we push you down a hill.
Oh,
That
no.
is the dumbest thing I've ever
I
heard.
mean, but it sounds like that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe they have that, but they don't.
What
it's
would
not
you
called
name a
barrel race.
horse race?
A horse race.
I think that's just like
Not a bad name though, right?
it's an oval. Like that's
Not
that's
a
like
bad
when
name.
it's with the jockeys.
No,
and
that's
stuff.
a derby, right? Derby.
I think that's a derby. I mean, I'm not like a big horse person. I just happened to be an adult who was like, "Hey, I have adult money. I'm going to do adult things."
But you
I'm
did
going to
this-
get a
Oh,
horse.
this wasn't
this
a
when
kid
you were younger?
thing.
Oh, I had horses when I was a child.
Yeah, you're a
That's
horse
like
person.
my parents,
Uh-huh.
thing. But then I was like, oh, you know what? I became an adult, got my house, and I was like, you know what?
Let me
I
race
can
you.
get myself another horse.
Okay,
Oh.
so now what do you do with your horse?
She is a emotional support horse
Okay.
for me. She's like
Ah.
a little companion.
Can't really bring them to Walmart, but
No,
Yeah.
no. It's kind of like just escape for a little bit and get to.
Laurent, you could.
I mean, yeah. She's just kind of like she's old. I pay her mortgage because they're not cheap to keep her on a
Yeah.
farm, and she's just there. She's got a good life as a retired horse.
Is
she's not in a
there-
kill pen.
What is the life
Expectancy.
expectancy for a horse?
So typically, like mid 30s to 40s.
Holy
So she's there.
crap.
Like, she's
She's
old,
old.
but she's sassy. Like my other horse also was like mid 30s when she finally went.
I only know
Yeah.
you're like only the second person I've ever met that.
And the
owns-
pig's
Oh no,
25.
third. You're like
Wait,
the third
come back.
A
person.
pig's life is like 25 years. She's a full commitment to the
Oh
house.
my god, I gotta rethink that.
Yeah.
Because like
No, it's a full commitment.
Yeah, so you were hoping it would die soon?
no, because like I just put my dog down like
Oh,
last
I'm so
month.
sorry.
She was old, but like
Rest in peace.
It hurt because like I think about it, I'm like 17 years, 16 years. That was a long time.
You handled it very well, Carl.
It was very hard, Anyway, so then we had
That
to.
was your childhood.
If yeah,
Literally his
that's
best friend.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of. I'm like, damn, like I've had this dog for like when my life was completely different. With a pig, if it's 20 plus years,
Right.
god damn, like cars might fly by the time the pig and I separate.
That's what they said in the 50s.
Yeah, but like we're kind of close. People are walking around with like,
Yeah, I can't wait to see that shit. That's a side note.
isn't
but
that insane?
yeah.
They're using that word
That
dystopian.
first day of the video, like the pictures of people in the cities walking around with them. Because like we know 2 people that work at the Apple store in like Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
It is nuts.
I can't wait.
They say they love it, like it's cool and everything, but when people make it their entire lives,
Dude.
it's like same thing like when we got our phones. Like everyone's like, "Oh, don't make it your entire life." When we got smartphones, now look, we're
Yeah.
yeah.
We're androids. But now they're really becoming
Like, I
androids.
really miss my sidekick.
Yeah.
I had sidekicks.
I had a LG Envy.
Dude, not
That
for
was-
nothing,
Is that
but like
flip phone?
every kid.
It was it was
or was that the one that swiveled
It had
out?
a
it was the
keyboard. It
one.
had a
It was the
keyboard.
one where
Okay.
it looked like
it was the
a-
Verizon version of a sidekick.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
It didn't. It's not Lyron. It was.
like
it
a
was. It was
BlackBerry.
a. It was a.
No, not
turn
like
it
a
to the
BlackBerry.
side and open it like a laptop.
Oh yeah.
No, it just flipped
A
up.
sidekick kicked.
Yeah, no, it did not kick.
It was basically like a 2-way pager.
Now you're making me
Yeah.
feel a little old.
Yeah, that's
I'm
bad.
older than you.
I know, but
Do you remember the? There was not the sidekick. It wasn't the NV. It looked like a TV. Like it went like.
oh, the fuck.
Oh, and it
There's
turned,
no
it
way.
turned into like a T.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no way you know the name for
I
it.
feel like it was called the View or something like.
No, I
no?
might be thinking of a different
The
one.
Juke.
Juke,
No,
yeah,
no,
something
not the
something
Juke.
like that.
Juke
No,
was
the
super thin.
Juke was the skinny one that looked like a shuffle,
Yeah,
and it
that
looked
shit
like a
was
switchblade
crazy.
when you opened it.
That was the dumbest phone, but I was like, I want that. I want that.
You definitely would have wore it around your
I-
necklace too.
I don't think that was.
Yes, you would have. You
Like we
fucking-
had way cooler phones when we were younger. Than
Yeah, 100%.
now.
What's another one?
Dude, but didn't you want?
And the names of them were.
I
awesome.
liked it because they were small,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, you just throw that in your pocket, and you barely.
Yeah,
even,
the biggest thing you had was a sidekick, but like with a sidekick, you
Yeah,
could
Sidekick was big.
You can text and drive and know it was all there because you weren't looking at it because you just knew where the letters
And
were.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you could feel it like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Oh man, the sidekick. What was your favorite sidekick?
I went up to I think the 3. I didn't get the LX.
I got so the LX was my favorite. It was the coolest one.
Yeah, like I lost my sidekick before then.
Jesus.
Do you think I could get a Sidekick now and it would work?
You want
I
one?
have 2 at home, but the board's all messed up. Like I don't think the batteries even
I'll
work.
buy a brand new one, but I
still
need to
have-
know it works.
I still have some.
Yeah, there's people selling LXs. I think LXs might still work.
I have LXs.
I need that.
Or LX one. I have one LX. But the cool thing about the LX was it was bigger, so it's kind of more. And by bigger, I mean like now it's smaller than this, but like the LX also had like light up corners. That was fucking sick,
Dude.
Oh,
Just
buying bumpers, custom bumpers for those things.
Just thinking about the.
dude.
You just flick
Yeah.
that. I was so jealous.
Bro, you would.
I had
would-
another one though. I had because I was Verizon, so I didn't get to.
Well,
have
what
all
what
those.
was the other one?
I had one where it was like a normal looking phone, kind of like the original Envy, but it wasn't. It didn't flip open to a keyboard. It was you squeezed both sides of this thing and it shot up a screen.
Oh yeah.
That shit was sick.
What is that?
Yeah, dude.
That
I gotta
does not
find that.
exist.
Yep, I still have it.
What do you mean you squeeze
You
it?
squeeze it and the screen pops up.
Well, it's kind of like
So it's
Nextel,
like,
where Nextel had the button, it will open the screen. That was at the same time where they were just having phones open when you press stuff.
Did you?
Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
Like, what is this bullshit
The
now?
greatest phone ever made.
Holy
Okay.
crap, your phone is tiny.
This is the
he
SE.
bought the one that is literally made to look like the old one.
Now you know.
He bought the
small.
senior citizen phone.
I try to get the smallest phone.
Also, do you have 2 phones?
No, this is Malcolm's.
Oh, okay.
No.
He's like he's still
Malcolm has
doing.
a tiny phone too.
No, he just has no kit. Oh no, there's a case on it.
Mine is the SE or I don't know what
It's
they're
a
called.
12 mini, brother.
Mini. Yeah. So I
Thank
used to
God
have the
you have
SE.
Malcolm.
It has 2 cameras.
Sorry, I only got 2 cameras on my phone. Sorry, Lyron, I don't have a house I'm driving around in. You should see my
Get
vehicle too.
Dude, the bed's about to come off. It's a quick release.
Dude, but I'd rather have one of those phones where you could.
We're not getting off this topic of phones yet because one, the greatest phone ever was not an iPhone. It wasn't none of that. There was a phone called the T-Mobile G1. It was a Google phone. It had this weird angled back to it.
You lost me when you said T-Mobile.
Dude, and when you kicked it open, it did this like poof. Like that phone came out
It's a fake sidekick.
years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it only has one side. So yeah, it's like 3/4.
That was the greatest phone ever, bro. I was loading some like crazy Android firmware onto that I don't know. I couldn't recite anything that
It's like
of the
the
sort.
phone with the first home button.
Dude, give me-
was like phones with people with no credit.
That's
Like they gave phones to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Dude,
yeah. Free
Even
upgrade.
though sidekicks were T-Mobile.
yeah, but it was Sharp. Sharp made that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was still that was only
Dude,
time
just
I had
give me a
T-Mobile.
full keyboard, bro. I hated when it was just a screen. I waited as long as I could, and then I was like, oh, I guess I gotta get a smartphone.
Yeah, I miss those because you never had typing mistakes on those things.
Yeah.
I
you
also
have way
just
more
like the
mistakes on
click,
these phones.
Like the
That shit
click,
reminds
like-
me of high school. Good times. Just
You
fucking-
definitely had a Voyager.
No.
You
I
look
do want
like
to find the other one that I had though.
They're called dumb phones.
The
not
Voyager.
smartphones.
The
I almost bought one, and I was gonna turn this
Well,
off
no,
on
I'm calling
Sundays.
these phones dumb because it
Oh,
made
yeah.
us dumber.
I almost got like a regular.
I had a lot of Nokia phones.
Oh, a Voyager. That looks like something I would have, by the way.
that is
Yeah,
your
now
type of
everyone-
phone.
Oh wait, here's my phone. LG. Yeah, I had.
we
I had
know
all of
what
them.
the NV looks
I
like.
had the
for
first
you.
NV right here. Then I had the NV2 and I had the NV3, and then I
Yeah,
was like,
those
fuck
were
it.
the first flip open screen phones. Those phones were
Dude, the NV2. Every bad bitch in my
Oh.
grade had an NV2.
I remember the Voyager. I didn't get one.
Yeah,
That
dude.
was the
but
replacement.
every bad bitch in my grade had an NV2. I remember.
Yeah, that was
man.
me. I was a bad bitch.
Yeah, you were, you fucking slut.
it reminds me of an old video game before like PSP and stuff.
Oh, don't
Like
even.
they
I still
had
have
like video games that were flip open like that.
Dude,
Oh,
the-
the old Game Boy.
dude. The PSP.
Dude,
like
just,
that.
just looking at this phone gets me so excited.
What
for
do you
some
got?
reason.
Let me see.
No, just the envy. Like I look at that and it immediately brings me back to better days when shit was fun.
Nah, you
Like you open that phone, you're like, oh, I'm gonna text someone, and it's like fun.
and
Yeah.
pay 5
Now
cents.
it's like I'm angry, like that I'm getting a FaceTime. It's like everything's different now.
That's literally just you. I still get the same enjoyment when my friends call
Nah,
me. I'm
dude,
like,
there's
oh
no
my god,
keyboard.
Malcolm's calling
Yeah,
me.
no.
yeah, no,
Ask Daryl how often I'm in the group chats that we're in. I can't.
I can't.
I'm
It's
barely.
always when either I'm going to take a nap at work or something, or I'm going to sleep at night.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
all start ramping up. Like I can't do it.
I ask
Yeah, I
Malcolm
do the
every day,
same
can I
thing.
leave these group chats or are people gonna be mad at me? That's what I ask.
Like I
every
chime in
day.
every once in a while,
yeah.
and like it kind of seems like it's conceited when I chime in because it's something like I could kind of like I don't know talk about myself about, but it's not like that at all. It's just I can't focus on it,
Yeah. No, I feel that.
and I can't go back to the conversations and like chime in later. I can't.
This is my phone. Literally, this is the one I have.
$15.
I still have it, but the battery is the size of this desk because it's just been like
Yeah, but they never
growing.
Bro,
died.
you gotta throw that shit out.
right. That could like blow
Just
up.
the
right?
battery though. You
Yeah.
can maybe order a new battery, but like throw
What,
the
what
battery
happens
out.
with the batteries when they like? Will they like
I
light
don't
my
know.
house
Maybe
on fire?
let's not find
Well,
out.
Those batteries are probably way less pollutant than the batteries are in our phone because ours are all lithium and stuff. Those batteries were like nickel.
What is a 2 megapixel camera good?
Dude,
I don't know. Like
2
what are they on
megapixel
now?
was crazy. Are you
Oh, we're
shitting
really
me?
not that high if you think about it. Our phones are what 12 or something
Yeah,
like
12
that.
or like 17 or something.
That's not
Okay.
even that high in terms of like cameras. Like
Yeah.
some cameras are crazy high.
Look, this one had the shutter. You close that.
They never broke though.
Yep.
Do you remember when the Razor first came out?
Yeah, I wasn't that big of a fan. But
I
yeah.
wasn't a. I
You know what? I
was,
didn't like a flip phone. I wanted some crazy shit.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like the form factor. It's the form factor you like. That's what started.
Small.
that.
It's small.
Small.
That's what I like.
Thin, just
They're-
like you like your women.
Yeah.
Silver, maybe also.
I'm really just an early 2000s guy. I
You're
guess.
just such a fucking Avril Lavigne whore. Like, what the fuck? You loved all of that stuff. That is literally your favorite thing.
Yeah.
Smaller phones, jeans were low as fuck.
Low rise jeans.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, what?
He loves that
Like,
shit.
yeah,
No, not really for me. Well, yeah, probably.
No,
I was a scene
not
kid,
for-
so.
he
Actually-
likes original Britney Spears. That's his entire
Yes.
era right there.
Nah,
Yes.
wow.
That's what you're talking
Her
about.
waist to crotch
Yes.
was like just that big.
Yes, he's got it. Yeah, Laron's got it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Like,
And
and I look back at them, just like, how did that even work? Like, your waist only was how?
But you were living in the same time.
Yes, I understand that.
I guess we were looking at two different types of women.
No.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because he's hating on it right now.
Dude,
Not really, because that's the same era of like Spice Girls and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like
You like the Spice Girls?
I watched the Spice Girls.
Yeah, I watched the Spice Girls too. Yeah,
no, you did not.
yeah, they were hot.
Yeah, think about the Spice Girls. It's 5 hot girls.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah.
It's not like I liked
Sharon's
the
right here.
music. It was just
I like the bubble gum. Do you ever have the bubble gum?
The what?
The Spice Girls bubble gum.
Didn't they make lollipops too?
Yep.
yep.
Yeah, most people remember the lollipops.
Yeah.
Can you?
The bubble gum was more of a
'cause
deep cut.
The
What the
Spice
fuck?
Girl lollipops are basically the lollipops that are in the checkout aisle at the grocery store now.
Yeah.
Like those ones that are all like dusty and everything.
These
Yeah.
are fire. These are fire. Bro, they don't do it like they used to,
Nope.
bro.
Life sucks now.
$50,000 for the pack of 5. What a bargain. Fantasy ball.
I might buy some of this gum if I find it right now.
Sharon, do these look familiar? If you look on Frankie's screen,
She
you might be
doesn't
able to see
know
'em.
those.
I was big
She was a
Spice Girl
sports
fan.
girl.
Sports.
Sporty Spice.
Oh yeah, Sporty Spice. This
Wait,
is
I thought Sharon was the one who brought this up. She said lollipops.
the lollipops. Yeah,
Well,
the
yeah,
lollipops.
she brought that out. Yeah.
What was the other
This
thing
is
you
the gum.
said?
The gum. Oh my
don't
god,
know.
look at it.
What's the?
No, I remember because the gum came with playing cards in it.
I'm buying this tonight.
Why do y'all know this?
Look at
so
it. Has a
well?
note. Please do not consume this. I'm definitely fucking chewing that gum. So
Whoa.
Yeah, it came with a sticker. They came with like it was the same time where like baseball cards were huge too.
yeah.
So they just took the same concept. I think they were made by Topps also, right?
Spice
It
Girl
looks
fan.
like a Topps product. That's crazy.
I have it on VHS.
No
Yeah,
way,
the
LaRon is
movie?
just a crazy Spice Girls fan. What the hell
the
is
movie,
going
right?
on?
Yeah.
yeah, I remember when the movie came out.
I also have Titanic on VHS. Which was
Hell yeah, the
two
two. Yep.
VHSs.
Yep. The spicy part was in the second one. Oh no, at the end of the first one. So,
I have all the Disney VHSs. I saved them.
yeah.
All of
Well,
them.
you were born in what year?
95.
Goddamn.
I was born in '90.
Yeah, but I caught the tail end of that. Like I had conscious memory of
Yeah.
when the birds would chirp.
Damn, you don't. You
then you
barely
heard that,
know
like,
about Chernobyl.
Would you say Chernobyl? Like, was I alive for that? Like,
No, you weren't.
Frankie was there. Oh,
I was 1 year old. 1 year old when that happened.
yeah, no, that wasn't a thing when. But I sure do remember a lot of the shootings and 9/11 and all that. Remember the guy shooting people out of the back of his car? Yeah, where was that? DC, I think. I forget what it was. They were looking for him for a while.
Yeah, father and son.
Yeah, people just get shot
Well,
randomly.
and at one point,
and
he
people
was-
would get away with that shit.
He was in the back of the car, and they made like a little hole, and he would shoot people out of the trunk.
Just for fun.
he was on his way to New York too.
Yeah,
Like he was close to coming to New York.
yeah. But I wonder if there's a documentary on that because that would
Yeah,
be
there
interesting. Yeah.
What is it?
Best documentary in the world is Tread.
Tread.
Oh, that's the.
Wenheimer.
Is that the guy who made the tank and everything?
The tank out
Yeah.
the bulldozer.
Yeah.
The Killdozer? The
Killdozer.
one that Whistling Diesel just bought?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
what?
agree with that. I agree with
I'm
that.
tired of it. I used to think that it was cool.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I've only watched one, but I didn't really care like him destroying cars and stuff like that. But it's like it's always the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just like you could kind of expect it now because I'm like, all right, what's the most outlandish? There it is.
The only thing I
Yeah.
want from him is where he lives now, like that property. That's how much what amount of property I want.
Yeah. So you could fly a helicopter into a garage. We
I
need a
need-
helicopter. Sharon goes, we need a helicopter.
Guess what? They're going to fucking get it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I
sure she
fully
is.
believe that
We
you're
were
going to get a
watching
helicopter.
video, I don't know how long ago, where someone was like, "Oh, we might do a giveaway on a helicopter." She's like, "Where the fuck am I going to park a helicopter?" I'm like, "What? Like, you think you're winning one? Like, how are you going to fly it? That should be the first question, not where you're going to park it."
It's like the horse, but a little bit crazier.
Nah. I'm a Sharon thinker, bro.
Yeah, I know you are. I know you are.
Yeah, like our friends say, like she's a big enabler. Like my friends before I met her say that she's an enabler for me, but we just work off of each other.
I think you're both enablers.
Yeah, that's
That's
kind
the
of
problem.
sick.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
kind
everyone
of
at
good.
work is like, oh, how many cars do you have? It's like it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
But
Like 80.
13 on the property.
13 on the property is hilarious.
Some
I'm
cool
still
ones.
thinking about Pam. I hope she's doing okay.
She's doing great.
Okay.
yeah,
got
she's
her
sleeping
nails-
right now.
Okay.
She got her nails cut today, so she got a pedicure.
So
Oh,
where
nice.
do you get her
So-
groomed?
A guy comes to the house, and
Where do you
it's
find someone that can do this?
the interwebs.
You trust these people?
That was my
Yeah,
next
yeah.
question.
Okay.
He also like serenades her. Yeah, he also like they're a whole special breed. He like
Okay.
serenades her and like talks to her like she's a human, and things got really weird today.
Yeah, don't
He was-
leave him alone with her.
Yeah, things got
Yeah,
weird today. He was
yeah.
talking about like, oh, pretty girl, we're gonna do your nails for Valentine's Day, and I'm like, oh my god,
don't leave that pig alone with that
he's
person.
super sweet. But to do pig's hooves because they like run all over the place, you do a thing called flip the pig,
Oh.
and he literally
Like cow
flips
tipping.
her onto her back,
Like
and then he like straddles her, and then he goes at her hooves. He like clips them, and then
He probably likes that part.
takes like an angle grinder. Like he does everything. Yeah, he
Angle
probably does.
grinder?
Yeah, and like a little Dremel. Like he's got everything.
it's a Dremel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is Pam okay with this?
No, she screams.
That would
I
make
have
me
video-
scream.
I have
I'd be like,
video
get
of it.
off of her.
I'll show you later.
fuck?
I have video of it from today. When I tell you blood scream,
Oh,
like
God.
she screams at the top of her lungs like it's something you've never heard before. No, I'm not gonna play the sound for everybody.
You can
but
play it. I
I'll
don't.
play it.
I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Oh yeah.
They
what?
would love
Frankie
this.
does way worse.
Yeah.
I'll make a sound right now if you want.
No, please don't.
Yeah. It's yeah. If someone like far away heard it, they would think a human was screaming.
Yeah, I was
Oh
gonna
my
say, do
God.
you get any calls or anything?
No.
Oh,
So sorry, she is so covered in dust.
yeah, that's definitely a
can
pig.
Ah!
I see it. That's a pretty big pig.
Holy crap!
She's like 100 and something pounds.
But that's the
For
thing.
like
That's
120?
that's just the noise they make,
This is
though.
what she looks
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you even know if they're
Straddled to be
if they're really
Oh my god!
in pain or anything? You know? You can't
Yeah.
really-
She just doesn't like being
Wait, am I?
touched really,
Yeah.
or like in control. The whole thing is they want to be in control. She's not in control.
Yeah.
Am I wrong for thinking that Pam was like maybe this?
Yeah, you were
big?
thinking it was a little piglet.
So there's no such thing as a mini pig. Like,
She started out like the size of this.
Huh.
Now she's the size of the desk.
she like the size of a bull. Don't you dare.
Like a normal size pit bull is how big she is.
Oh, and how do your pets get along with each other?
They're separate because before my mom moved down, we got Pam. So like it's her house.
Yeah.
And then my dog, he's like 13 years old, so he is his self, and he's never really been around dogs except when we had his brother. Other than that, he doesn't meet other dogs because
Okay.
he doesn't get
So he
along.
stays on like mom's side of the house.
Yeah,
Have you had them like interact before, or?
they'll touch their noses to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but also you're not supposed to leave dogs and pigs up together.
Yeah, I feel like a dog might just tear that thing apart.
Not
The pig.
No, the
Shut
pig.
the fuck up.
Yeah,
Dude, a pig is gonna
because a
ruin a
pig,
dog.
no matter what, it always wants to be dominant. You ever seen the video of the pig chasing the bear?
Chase it out of its like pen.
Yeah.
Oh wow. They are pretty big. So
Dude,
It's not.
I fuck
yeah.
with pigs now.
They won't back down.
that's
We had
crazy.
to
Yeah.
like, prove that we were head of the house to her.
Oh,
Yeah.
how do you do that? Maybe
I'd
we
be
shouldn't know
yelling.
about it.
No, you just push her.
You just push her back.
Yeah.
Like you just have to keep pushing.
Yeah.
You use a board really and like move her so she knows that like
Yeah.
she needs to.
You're the head pig. In
But
there.
like,
Yeah.
no matter what, her biggest issue is going to be the women because she's female. If it was a male, her biggest issue would be me. So like, she's happier with me than she is with her, just because it's another female.
Unless I have snacks.
That's so interesting.
Do you ever have problems eating like bacon?
Pork roll and cheese is my favorite.
Well, at least
I will fuck bacon, pork roll, everything up. No sadness.
Well, if the end of the world ever comes, at least you got one more
No
meal.
sadness.
It's not a meat pig.
Oh,
It's too tough.
all right.
I mean, if you have to.
I
Yeah,
only
if you
I
have
only
to.
say that because this weekend I had deer sausage,
Ooh.
and it was so good. But like,
Here we go.
before I left the house,
Here we
I
go.
bought half a dozen bagels, and there's these deer behind my house. And
let him finish, let him finish.
When I see the deer, I just want to like be friends with them because it's an animal. And I'm like, oh wow, I love animals. So like I break half of my cinnamon raisin bagel off. It was my cinnamon raisin bagel. There was only 6 of us going on the trip. Like I'm sacrificing half of my bagel for this deer. And then when we got on the trip and my friend's giving me this sausage, I'm like, pause, 1, 2. I almost felt like weird eating it. And I actually couldn't even really finish it. I was like, I actually really like that deer. So like, I'm eating it right now.
But you like cows too, right?
I fuck with cows.
But you eat them.
I fucking love them.
So it is what it is.
So
I feel like it was just weird for me.
Speaking of lovely animals or pets, we just actually raised Frankie. Frankie is a baby deer. So at my mom's house, we found this deer that like its mom got killed in a farm. It got ran over by like a tractor. So we took this deer home. It's not our first deer. We took this deer home to my mom's house and raised Frankie. We
Thanks.
bottle fed him like twice a day. He stayed in the backyard and he would like come knocking on the back door. Like he'd walk through the house to get to the front yard. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Full on blue like baby deer.
Yeah.
And then what we would do, my mom backs up to like trees or woods. So then we would just leave the gate open. Frankie would go out, but then Frankie would come back to eat.
Who named it?
Frankie would stay. Ashley, probably my sister.
Okay.
So Frankie would go out, Frankie would come back to eat. And then like he'd stay out a couple more days and then he'd come back. And then he brought his deer friends. And like they would be like hanging back, but Frankie would come up to like the deck
That's so funny.
and eat. Long story short, my family's a bunch of hunters. So like we've got deer heads like in the basement on the walls. We eat venison. We've got venison stew. Like we're big. Like my family's a bunch of hunters.
And that deer just walks right through the house,
Walks
looks at
right
the
through
wall.
the house like,
Oh.
no problem.
The deer heads were on the wall when when he first showed up, but then your mom made him move it. But
Down the
still,
basement, yeah. So like Frankie, we raised this little baby deer, and it was so personal. It would climb right in your lap, came up to see you, came up to like play with you. My brother
was a
started like
dog.
sparring with it in the
These are the
backyard.
videos that I see, like on Facebook.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And then these are the comments I'm talking about, where they're like, they don't belong in a house. Obviously, that deer likes being in there.
Right. So
Like-
we tried to keep it like because we wanted it to go back to the wild. Because
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
illegal to have pet
That
deer.
was my next question.
Really?
Yeah, you can't have a pet deer. And what happened was this deer started getting friendly, and like I was at the hair salon, and the lady in the chair next to me was talking about this deer that came up to her party, and I was like, "Fuck." And it just so
Damn it,
happened,
Frankie.
right? She called him by his name, and I was like, "How does she know who Frankie is?" And she's like, "Wait, your mom lives?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Frankie visited for my daughter's birthday party. The kids loved him." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is so embarrassing."
Does he have a tag?
I thought you said you were,
No.
I thought you were gonna say you were getting your hair done or something. You look outside and he's just standing
Frankie's
there.
just chilling.
That's what I was gonna say too.
because
Like,
I think
oh my
one of the
God.
other neighbors just mentioned like, "Oh, Frankie."
I like
But-
deers because they always look so like they have the same face every time. It never changes.
But
They're
like
just
the
looking
first
at you.
one that they rescued, you could tell it still remembers them because it'll come up, but it won't come fully up because she has kids now and everything. But like she'll come up closer than any other deer.
I just remember this one like Instagram video back in the day where it was a fucking cow on the front porch and you ever see that?
Yeah.
They like open the front door and she's like, "What are you doing up here, Betsy?" And it was just like a full grown cow just on the porch.
There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Like where they'll have cows and the cows act like dogs or they'll jump around
Yeah.
and they'll get on your lap like they think they're small but
That's
they're
crazy.
big. They'll just lick you. and
I'm
stuff
just
like that.
thinking like that deer walked through the house with the deer heads. It's like imagine you just walk through someone's house and there's just human heads on the
That's
wall.
what I'm picturing. I'm
You're
like,
like, huh,
wow, look at that.
maybe I shouldn't be around this place.
Right,
Maybe they don't see things like that though.
dude.
Maybe
yeah.
not.
We do questions. So we got a couple questions
Yeah,
here.
we put a questionnaire out on Instagram, so
Yeah, I was surprised on that.
oh, you're gonna get some questions.
Yeah, there are
Don't
some
worry.
in here. But actually, a lot of them are pretty good, actually. Like,
Like actual
Because I'm
serious
not
questions?
a wild person, so it's not like I'm Front Street Tom, so people are gonna have like crazy questions.
Yeah, we prefer
oh, well,
not to
there's
have
one
crazy
here
questions.
that says, like, Actually, yeah, I mean, these are all kind of relevant. This one's from Hector. First of all, Hector
Perfect.
does not submit questions.
Yeah, so you must be a pretty special
Like
person
ever.
for that.
Well, I started driving with Hector.
Yeah,
That's fucking insane.
My first tandem was with Hector and his Corolla.
that's sick.
It wasn't planned. And we were in C group, but we did full track C group. So we were going into backtrack, and he just like I was leading.
Full track C group is insane.
Yeah. So we
what the fuck?
I spun. He just happened to catch up to me. So then we just started driving together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But we both got the bump to be together. That was probably
that's so cool.
I think that was 2010.
Hector asks, what made you drift a Soar in the first place?
He knows why. Why would he even? Why would he even ask that question?
He even specified verbatim. This is what it said. What made you drift a Soar 20 years ago? He had to put 20.
Probably because no one really was importing them.
No, the first drift car I ever saw was Ueno's Vertex Soar.
That's cool. That's probably why he said that.
Because the first drifting I ever saw was option videos and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Ueno's car is probably the most red. Like,
Yeah.
fucking looks like a fast car.
And then you had to
his,
import
his
one.
son is driving that car now.
That's
Really?
cool.
Not the very first one. The one he brought here is I think is what his son's driving now.
The one that he brought to E-Town.
Twice.
Huh.
But I've seen that car 3 times here.
That's insane.
Chicago and then twice at E-Town.
I want Daryl to build his, not make it red, but like just make it in some sort of way, like homage to that. I love that. I hope we find
Because
like
if
a
you think
wing
about
for
like all
it.
those iconic drift cars, the Vertex one's the only one that no one does.
Yeah.
Because like you see iconic like signal cars and stuff like that, and people will do that signal stripe.
Yeah.
Not now, like when we were
Yeah, the
first starting.
splash and everything.
Yeah, but like the Vertex one, you don't really see that one copied, which
Yeah.
is the craziest thing. But
I'm
a
not
lot of
saying
people aren't into
copy,
that
but,
car.
like, this the style of it, like there's a video of that car doing a time attack. It
That's
didn't
cool.
just drift. It's a sub-minute Tsukuba car.
Yeah.
That car.
What kind of power does that thing make? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
When it came here, I think it was on like 450 or something like that.
Yeah, normal 1J.
Normal power.
But remember like that first video, that Aristo that was like 1,000 horsepower or something like that, drifting at Nico?
Christ.
Like just crazy smoke. It was like the first 1,000 horsepower drift car.
Yeah.
That was a time attack car.
Dude, time attack. That's what I like about that era of drifting. That mix of grip with drifting, stylish type of. I don't know. That's what I
Because
like.
think about all the tracks in Japan, they all started doing time attack. They didn't start in drifting.
Yeah. Well, Hector, I hope that was your answer you were looking for.
And how did you import that thing? Was it harder back then? Had to be harder back then.
Probably had to jump through like 20 hoops.
No, well, the guy I got it through, he did everything. So
Okay.
And it's not like Customs didn't know I had the car. They talked to me a couple weeks later about the car. He got arrested bringing a 34 in.
Yeah, no one gets away with those.
Yeah, I feel like the cops are like, Skyline? Fuck!
Yeah.
You're going to jail. This one's Tyler say, what if you could do one mod or upgrade to your car, no cost, what would it be? No cost upgrade. Hellcat swap.
Oh, saying if you could do one upgrade and don't worry about how much it
And
costs.
don't
Like
worry
to
about the
my
cost.
current car.
Yeah. And
So
I mean, I
money's
guess
not
you
an
guys
issue.
both have Soars, so
It'd probably just be turbos. It's not even anything crazy
I'm
because
surprised you haven't upgraded.
I will never go single turbo
Why though?
because I don't like single turbo.
Single turbos.
It's
But
a
why?
twin
But
turbo
why?
car.
Single turbo square front is so good. Though.
kinda
Yeah,
like
but your car wasn't a turbo car, so it's completely different. My car is a twin turbo car.
It's kind of cool.
My car came with air suspension stock. I didn't have it when it got it, but
Yeah. So you want to retain that, like.
yeah, I want to do twin TD06s.
That's
All
cool.
right, now we're
Yeah,
fucking
like
talking.
16 Gs, so like stock Evo turbos or something like that.
Yeah.
Something basic.
Dude, that's gonna sound like a fucking jet plane.
Yeah.
But I still want that response.
Please
Like
do
once you
it.
get rid of the
Yeah,
twins,
can
you
we-
lose the response.
Yeah, we need to see that.
Yo,
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Frankie, get the TD06s out.
I'm gonna do a twin turbo SR.
Well, Andy, Pop's garage, I want him to some point make a manifold. It's just I
What
never
would that-
want my car to be down.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. My car's never down.
Yeah.
Has your
That's
car
annoying.
ever been down from
Yeah.
longest time? Was-
Yeah, it wasn't really down when she met me, but I wasn't really driving it.
Yeah.
But it's been in 2 accidents.
Street accidents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not drifting or anything.
I was
just
about to
driving
say
work.
like probably
Both
somebody
times getting
else's fault.
just cut off.
Yeah. I don't know. That you hate to hear it. This one's from That Green Leggy. How do you like events like Fuel Fest compared to smaller grassroots drift events? That's a good question because I've never had. Yeah, have you done anything
Well, the
crazy?
biggest
like that?
thing
Haven't done
with those
big ones.
events, so like Fuel Fest, they had us, and then they had like the what the
Road course, they were like grip drivers.
yeah, they were doing like
And those fancy, expensive.
top speed runs on the straightaway or whatever. We pay more to drift than they do to just drive their mile cars, but we're using the same track. That's the only part I hate.
What? How does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense, but like Grid Life, it makes sense that they pay more for like all their GLTCs and all that stuff. They pay like 700 instead of our like 350.
But for
But-
Fuel Fest, they're charging you higher for.
We
Drifting.
paid more than anyone else there.
Maybe if it has something to do with the insurance. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, are they
Insurance
just?
system is different
Yeah, right. They
'Cause-
insure the track.
because Clean Culture ran an event like a couple months earlier and it was half the price. Like we just signed up for an event that's like $100 to run there.
It's a money grab.
And I drove NJMP with Club Loose years ago.
You mentioned you
Yeah.
went to NJMP.
I didn't even know about.
And
this
I was
one.
like, they did. I
Mon-
do
what
remember
about
seeing a
Monticello
video.
Motorsports Park.
What is it?
Monticello Motor,
yeah, yeah.
whatever it was. Yeah.
In New York?
With Tony Angelo and everything. Yeah. I drove that too.
Dude, that guy's cool as
I'd
fuck.
rather drive grassroots all day.
Grassroots is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the big tracks are fun, but like, I don't know. I guess it's just harder in our cars because we're not used to like crazy high speed. Even though E-Town is fast, we're still not used to that. So third gear in our cars is nuts.
Dude, that's what I like.
Like
though.
everyone else drives in third gear at E-Town, we don't. We drive in second gear the whole time.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, drive in third gear." It's like, it's a very fine line to drive in third gear because then you're down in boost. You're at like $4,000.
Yeah. Yeah. The bigger tracks you're gonna have to.
I like those big
Haul
tracks.
ass.
Here's why. Like on Assetto right now, one of my favorite tracks is Barcelona. And I'm just going to use it as an example because it's a circuit. The turns are long. It's meant for you to run a good racing line. When I'm drifting, that's kind of what I want to do anyway.
How fast are you going in that?
But it's not realistic though.
And no, I'm
Because you're not linking like turn 1 at Laguna Seca to like turn 2. You're not linking that unless you have like a high power
Yeah,
car.
crazy
like
power.
Kaufman's entry into one of the turns
That
at
shit was
Laguna
sick.
Seca. How fast was he going?
fast.
Yeah.
But did you see Palmer's though?
Yeah, that shit was sick too.
I like Palmer's a lot.
Yeah.
And Palmer has a 1J.
So he doesn't make crazy power.
Not crazy at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about momentum, but like we're also not used to that.
That's I think why I like it because I'm that kind of person where I'm afraid of heights, but I love going on roller coasters because I'm
yeah.
scared.
I mean, you can make a lot of those tracks work, I'm sure. But yeah, I guess you got to get used to it.
Yeah, like our favorite track at high speed was NC Car.
NC car.
Yeah,
But
it's
also 'cause
just
you
so
can
smooth.
Tandem at high speed. There's a huge difference in tandeming
Mm.
at high speed tracks, like for Fuel Fest.
Yeah, you're not
was
really
like-
doing it. Like you can,
Right.
like what were the
A lot of
brothers'
the
names?
higher speed
Yeah.
higher powered cars could tandem together.
Hmm?
But like we tandemed, but like it wasn't like E-Town tandems, or
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't like
There was
those
more
smaller.
distance.
There was more distance.
Yeah.
Partial for me, I can say partial for me is like fear. Also, you're going that fast, committing
Yeah.
to like everybody else around you going that fast, but also just like trying to link certain areas is really hard at those bigger
Yeah.
things.
It's crazy they do these big events on these tracks and everyone's just from what I hear, everyone's pretty fine with driving because Yeah, I would feel the same way you do. I feel like I'd have to fucking practice a little bit for a fast track like that.
Yeah, Lime Rock, they were doing like fourth gear entries, which is just
Yeah. Like,
I
if I'm
can't
putting- if
fathom
I'm-
going into fourth gear.
Yeah, if I'm putting it in fourth gear, I need to be alone on that track for a bit.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I guess it's just different for different people.
Dude, I just that's what I like. If I could top the car out and just fucking toss it in a drift, I would love to feel that.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it'd be
fucking
cool.
going like 140 and just go like
What's your fastest like
Entry?
or entry? Is it
it's
E-Town?
E-Town.
Probably E-Town.
It's
Yeah.
E-Town. Actually,
But you went through tree turn faster than I ever did.
yeah, but it's not even like I don't know. I'm just maxing it out, and then what happens is it dies. It's like So now, hopefully, we don't get that. But
It's gonna be crazy now.
I'm about to be a fucking rabid animal with that shit.
Yeah.
My one friend on the other day, we were playing video games, starts cracking up because he's like, "Dude, you're gonna be such an idiot with that thing."
Yeah. It's
And
gonna
I'm
be-
like, "Yo, I'm gonna be at the traffic light,
Yeah.
just playing with the
But
fucking gas."
you might be a calmer driver just because you had the power to get out of stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing that we were mentioning, like the fear when you're going fast. For me, like the one thing that I would like to think about is if I'm going that fast, what do my hands look like? Like, what do I look like? I want to be like sitting there like this, like barely moving. I saw a video once of Chelsea Denofa doing front track in his Fox body. Dude, he enters, the wheel spins, and then you see it, and then it's just like this. It's like barely any movement.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, the in cars of like him or like James Dean, the in cars of them driving, it's the calmest thing
No-
ever.
no
it's
crazy-
a Sunday drive.
Yeah.
Like his first laps in that Mustang that he got in Ireland,
Yeah.
it's just like he drove the car before. He's just
Dude,
like
so
he just
calm.
goes in and he's just like
Yeah.
There's no.
but like Chelsea's even worse because his handbrake's on the ground. So he has like the pull up handbrake. So his driving in car is crazier because he's just like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the goal. I've been trying to work on that more and more, even on
when-
Assetto.
When Chelsea is like, you gotta hold my hand, you're not allowed to use the handbrake. He's just driving like this.
God damn it. All right. What the fuck? Judka.
What?
I don't. Sorry, buddy. KBD or Duraflex? What's worse?
KBD is better than Duraflex because Duraflex usually doesn't fit. But that's just on our cars because Duraflex doesn't fit on our cars. Or our front fenders, they won't fit on our car at all. You have to cut
Dude,
them.
they're really bad on the SC and SOAR. Holy crap.
Yeah, but the KBD, like front bumper on a car, it deforms so much that you hate it.
Agreed.
Like she drove to Memphis with my KBD front bumper and it was like fully deformed, almost
Yeah.
under the car.
Yeah, they just don't look right when they eat themselves.
Like they look great on 240s. It's like the
Eh.
only car they look good on.
That's
or
debatable.
like the new
Haze looks
Mustang.
good.
Well, like the way
Yo, you like that new
the
Mustang?
way
What?
they work in drift, they're not deforming as much as like another car. Z
Yeah.
bumpers look horrible
Horrible.
because when they going, the bumper's just like all fully
Terrible.
sideways.
What if I just shove like popsicle sticks in that motherfucker? But then you
Carl,
have popsicle sticks in
You
it.
would have
you're
to
not
brace
running
it up.
KBD.
Okay.
Enough with the KBD, Carl.
I wanted to like it, bro.
That was a secret question that he asked.
Damn it, Sharon. Vince Cattell asks, trackside trans swap or trackside steering rack?
That
Why?
was- that was-
Why is he asking?
Because that was our
this?
second and third day for Drift Week. Our friend Dan, he blew his trans in his SR20 180.
Uh-huh.
Alex Jacobs' old car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He blew his trans, so we had to do that up till 11 p.m. off the edge of his trailer because he still had his trailer at that point because it was the first track. So we did that on the side, and then the third day, she crashed into me.
He stopped.
I
He paused it.
He parked it.
Holy shit!
I spun into the grass to get away, but whatever. So my wheel was turned towards her, so she hit my wheel, snapped my steering rack, so then Andy had to come 2 hours away and weld my steering rack so I could keep
Oh
driving.
my god.
Because it's right-hand drive, I can't find one.
Yeah.
It's also my fourth rack.
So when we were talking about Drift Week, like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Like that. The driving was nothing compared to like the obstacles of getting through it with like the people you met and you knew. So like going on this trip with like Dan, and we had our friend Mike, like our photographer friend, and just like those experiences were worth every single penny. And then like knowing we snapped our steering rack at Summit and we're 7 hours from our house, but knowing we had a friend who was also in, where does Andy live? Maryland, who was willing to like drive down with all of his welding shit to get us
crazy.
into a Summit like area so that he would weld that for him. He welded like other parts for him. And then like we stopped at his house the next day just to like go over the cars. It was the experiences like that that were worth every single penny of Drift Week. And like the people you met and just like working together and just like that stuff was worth it. It wasn't even the track time or the driving or the laps. Like it was that part, I think, is what made Drift Week worth it. Worth it to do it again. Because the plan is to do it again.
And they do this in like different areas, right? Like that was the East Coast one.
Yeah, and the East Coast one is usually like his worst one.
Really? Like,
Because most of the East Coast drivers, they all drive. They don't want to drive that.
and I feel like the tracks are kind of more. Well, he picked a good area. I feel like the tracks are pretty relatively around the same area.
Yeah.
And then I heard the West Coast one was crazy.
Yeah, like the next one is Texas. So he's doing it a year from now. He did every 2 years when COVID started.
Twice a year.
Yeah, he did twice a year when COVID started, but now he's going to dial it back to a year. So next one's in Texas.
Okay.
So like Texas, North Texas, Oklahoma, and all that.
Cool. Well, it's a good way for everyone to see a bunch of different tracks.
Yeah, almost everyone that was there was from Texas, so they were all people that he knew.
Yeah.
And those Z's just kept driving. I will give it to them; they just kept driving. But we brought 46 tires. We used 32.
46 tires?
Frankie.
That's not that bad. There's
And you
a
trailered
couple
them.
that went through 30 tires in one track.
I'm just thinking about you bringing these things with
Yo,
you.
30 tires, bruh. I actually, no, in your toter home thing, that probably isn't really that big of a
No,
deal.
but they were driving
trailers.
trailers.
Trailers. Okay, I put 30 tires inside the Koya once.
What?
Yeah, I did. I had to recycle them, and I shoved the shit out of them in there. I think I might have had 1 or 2 on the roof because I really just wanted to do this in one trip.
It's impressive.
Yeah, on top of her trailer, there was 8 unmounted, and then I had all the wheels and all the rest of the tires.
Hell yeah. Fucking dude, that's sick. I need a
crazy.
trailer, dude, for the fucking IS. Also, Vince asks, how well do those new pit lights work? Are all your friends just taking slights at you at the questions? Because that's what I'm getting here.
Lyron, instead of buying pit lights, right, because they're super expensive, you've never priced them, he built them. And it was like day one, and we were at the Airbnb, and our track, day 2, our track day was supposed to be done by dark, right, because there's no lights at Summit for us. So Lyron was going to bring his pit lights for that day. And I was like, just leave them. Why tote extra shit around? That just so happened to be the day that Dan blew his trans, and now we are doing the trans in the dark off the back of a trailer. And Lyron didn't have his pit lights because I told him we weren't going to need them because we weren't going to be there past dark. So I had to hear about these stupid fucking pit lights for like the rest of the evening.
Just using like iPhone lights.
Right.
All right.
They worked wonderful.
I was going to say, like...
No, we had like hand.
Yeah.
LED. We had a lot of lights, and they all worked until once the trans went in. Then they started dying. They all stayed in the cold working.
Oh, my God.
This is drifting.
Yeah, it really is. Because that sent shivers down my spine. Now I'm
his
like,
friend
you would
was
have to work
better,
in the
though.
dark.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he came with 2 friends that were just coming for the first track day, and then like the first track. Yeah. One of them drove 2 hours back to Jersey to go get him a SR Trans, and then drove back to the track.
That's what I mean. Like, so just.
It's crazy.
Grassroots
So while he was
memories.
gone, we took the trans out and just waited.
Teamwork.
He did it in the Z4 too.
Yeah.
He picked up the trans in the Z4.
Oh my God.
Comfort. Bavarian, that's what that is. Ricardo asks, have you ever been yelled at by a track worker for the size of the toter home? Or I mean, actually, just any one of the rigs, I guess.
That's a good question, to be honest.
Like,
No, they
like, have you been
usually-
somewhere where they're like, you can't bring that shit in here?
No, they always accommodate us more than they accommodate other people. The only place where it kind of got yelled at was at Hyperfest because they put us in the wrong spot and we had like a site with our name on it. So I drove straight across the grass where the stage was to go to our spot. The guy's like, you can't move this. I'm like, our spot's over there. Are you sure? Who brought you here? I was like, the guy that runs US Drift. He's like, oh, okay, never mind. So you think I'm just doing this to have
like, you
fun?
think I'm just-
Like, it's a 60-foot freaking vehicle. I'm not just driving around.
We usually make it known beforehand we're coming with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they always ask. So we always had the biggest rig. So they always
Sorry,
sure
I'm
we have the
coming with
biggest
my
spot.
big hog. Sorry.
Gotta let them know.
Imagine having to give a disclaimer.
no. The best is always when they say like, "Oh, can you get this over there?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, can you back out of that?" Yeah. Like, it's not that hard.
Nah,
It's really
I
not hard.
actually
That would
don't
be
know
me.
how to
I'd be
use
like-
this.
Like a single car trailer with a pickup truck is hard to back up than that whole rig.
Really?
Yeah.
I was
I'd
gonna ask
believe
you
it.
about that.
I'm horrible at that shit. But
I'm not.
There's a
that good
delay
either.
in the trailer because the trailer's so long, so it takes long till it moves out the wrong way.
Yeah.
So you got plenty of time.
dude, I get lucky sometimes, and then it makes me look real good. But I'm actually horrible at backing
I'm
up
not good
trailers.
either, but we make it
Focus
work.
on one side. That's it.
I take my fucking sweet time so I could do it in less tries.
Don't look back and forth. Just focus on one side.
Yep. And I put my hand on the bottom of the wheel like this. I don't know
What?
why. Because then I can turn around like.
LeRon looks around.
I mean,
Okay, you guys might have a disagreement there.
Sarah Reardon,
Oh Jesus
the
Christ!
person who crowned you Granola King,
Yep.
said, "How does it feel to be half of the coolest team in drifting? Why is it
Perfect
half?"
question.
They're talking about her.
Oh,
It's a
Okay,
girl.
Sarah.
Hello.
It's a girl. Hello.
I don't know. I thought she was going to address you guys as like a whole one piece, not a half. Maybe she's just talking to Sharon. 100%. Well, how does it feel, Sharon? Sorry, Lyron.
Feels great.
Well, the biggest thing, the Northeast Drift Girls are the closest out of any group in the entire country, which is crazy. So they always support each other. Like the girls that we met outside, there's a lot of cattiness, like normal girls. But like the Northeast girls are very close. So like they're all always supporting each other.
That's sick.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. The first time I met Sarah, so I've probably ran into her before, but the first time I met her was at a drift kitchen event, and she was upset about her car, and tears may have been flowing. And I have a sticker on my dashboard of my car because I also let tears flow when I get frustrated. That says there's no crying and drifting. And it's a sticker, and it's right across my dashboard. And I walked up to her, and I was just like, "I hope you don't find this offensive, but here's a little gift for you." And
Yeah.
she opened it, and she was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Well, you're crying. I cry all the time at drift events. Like,
Yeah.
here's a sticker. There's no crying and drifting." And she's like, "Thank you." And
That's so
I love
nice.
her. She is
That
so
is
sweet.
really nice.
But that's
Guys don't do that to each other.
no.
Yeah,
so there's
no, you
there's
might
a huge
actually
difference in
get-
the guys versus girls.
Yeah.
Because they learn drifting way different.
We do learn drifting way different, but girls are also just, I don't know, they've been so supportive. And I never used to have girlfriends before drifting. I was always been like one of the guys.
Just horses.
Yeah, just horses and pigs.
I get it.
And deer, yeah.
Less talking.
It's just so easy.
Yeah.
So coming into drifting and then meeting these other girls that like you can relate to and talk to without feeling like competition or cattiness. And
Yeah,
like
that's
you said,
cool.
it might be other places, but they're just so supportive of each other.
Yeah,
it
that's
really is a
that's how we've been. I mean, we haven't gone to any of those events, but we see it happening, and
right.
we're trying to get more of them on the podcast because
Right.
we would like to hear more about
It's
that.
a great thing. And like Drift Kitchen kind of just like retired.
Yeah, we heard. I don't know what happened, but
There's just it's ran by drivers who want to drive, and I can understand like a lot of times it's hard to
And they're both doing their own careers. So one's in school full time. Both in school, right? I don't know what Taylor's doing. Yeah, the one's in school full time and doing that, and so
It's a lot.
Yeah.
they have to dial
it's
it
most
back
definitely
a
a lot.
yeah, and they're trying to throw events like outside of just the East Coast, and then what the goal was for women in those areas to then take over that section and kind of be like their own entity, because to travel, try to throw these events, to try and drive, to want to drive, zero money made.
Yeah.
Also, I've been to multiple tracks where these girls' events are being held and nobody supports them like Englishtown. Like, nobody supports them like Club Loose. We went out to other tracks, and I'm not going to, like, I don't throw shade, but we go out to other tracks, and, like, their staff, like, they paid, and their staff just, like, sat back. And, like, it would just be the two girls running this whole event. And then it would...
They're charging them more than E-Town does, too.
And, like, it's just these two girls running the event, and they've got no support of the guys or the girls from, like, that home track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't have what we have at Englishtown is just so fucking special.
It's like they weren't taking it seriously or something.
They weren't. And, like, luckily, like, our boyfriends and stuff stepped in. Like, Lyron stepped in. Jeremy was at a bunch of them and stepped in. And, like, American Cowboy Hat Jeremy.
Oh, yeah.
He stepped in, like... and helped like this movement because the support's just completely different.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot of girls doing things.
Because he just happened to be there.
Yeah. There's a lot of girls doing like these events now though. They're popping up everywhere, which is really nice. So I think
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I think what Drift Kitchen did was kind of dial it back and was like, okay, we'll retire the Drift Kitchen thing. And this is just me speaking off of like what I think. And then they started the DK Ladies League, which I think is going to be focused on like this northeastern girls driving, maybe like comp driving, but like a whole like revamped it a little bit.
I feel like you got to watch out for Sarah in that one.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see her drive more. I was like her biggest hype woman at Drift Kitchen the last event because she progressed so fucking much from the year before to this event. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. Something clicked in her over like the past year, whether it's just the more seat time, because I know she had mentioned she doesn't get enough of that.
Yeah.
Actually, I do remember her saying that.
Something
That's like her
clicked, right?
number
Because
one goal that she wanted more seat time.
She wanted to drive more because like that was the one thing that was like holding her back. She built this, and at times you can say it might have been an overbuilt car for what she was driving at that time. And she was the first person.
If it's got a V8, it's an overbuilt car.
Yeah, well, she was the first person to say it. She was like, I definitely overbuilt this car and I don't drive it enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To like get used to it. But whatever clicked in her over the past year, the seat time, or she was just fucking shredding at Drift Kitchen this year. It was wonderful to see. I would love to see her drive more. I would love to see her compete and just like drive with her. I know her goals in life is like a whole other thing.
She's pretty driven. She's gonna figure something out. But I just like that she literally crowned Frankie the granola king.
Moving on.
For no reason.
Next question.
For no reason. Like just did that.
Oh,
And
here
just
we go.
absolutely.
But now she just has that stability of like a solid job, so now she could think about that stuff.
Yeah.
having the job.
She
is
didn't have
important.
that before, so
Important, very important. But Mountain Pirate asks, should more people bring
Good
a
name.
media person with them on? Okay, Frankie. Should more people bring a media person with them on drift weeks or to any cool events, like your own media person?
yeah, we brought him with us
Sick.
just because we knew we wouldn't take pictures and stuff, and also there wasn't going to be media at tracks, so we needed to make sure we got some pictures and some stuff about it.
That's pretty good.
All right. So Mike was my co-pilot for this whole trip, right? Usually I can sit in my car for like hours and like drive behind him and just be silent. Mike was my co-pilot, awesome co-pilot. Bringing a media person saved us that hassle of trying to make sure we got coverage. Not only that though, it was also great company. Like when it's a friend and you're just like, it's just like a vacation with them. But it got us the coverage we needed for me to put together like proposals.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Especially at these
yeah.
faster tracks. So like my media coverage from like my GoPros or my Insta360s or my cameras is nothing compared to what a real media person was getting. So with his stuff from Drift Week, I was able to put together proposals and like driver's decks and things like that and like shoot them out to like people. We're completely self-sufficient, but if I can get tire sponsorships or something like little to help, anything will help. So
Yeah,
like,
no,
it
totally.
definitely was beneficial. And I hope Mike doesn't mind me throwing that out there, what we did and felt was fair because he'd be shooting like everything in Drift Week. It wasn't just like us. we covered like his place to stay. He didn't have to pay for gas, and if he had to pay entry to get into any of the events. So basically, he just had to pay for his like food.
Yeah.
And then he supplied us with like media coverage throughout the thing, and he could also cover anybody else he wanted to while we were on that trip.
It's not a bad idea, especially if you're looking to put something together for
Yeah.
sponsorships.
Oh yeah, we got a pretty good media guy.
Yeah, because it really
right
didn't
here,
cost
yeah.
us anything. Because
Yeah.
we were allowed a crew member,
Yeah.
so we brought him.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, like the guy with the Dodge Satellite, Mopar Maniac.
Oh yeah,
He brought a media guy too.
Yeah, especially if you're doing a big event like that.
Yeah, the Sumo
Yeah.
Speed guys, they brought Shutter Slayer with them. Why not? If he's your friend, it's not like
Yeah.
I'm going out and find some random person. Like
Yeah,
we hang
that's-
out with him at E-Town. Why not bring him?
Yeah.
He wanted to experience it. It's like Rob Goodwin when he would go on Drift Weeks.
Yeah.
They just invited him to come.
Dude, Rob Goodwin, man. All right. Almighty Forts asks, "Hey yo, I don't have a question. I just want to say it's about damn time."
He's talking about A group.
I thought it was
No,
about
no,
the pod.
he's about us being
Oh, I
here.
thought
Is
he
it?
was talking about A group because he said that's about it.
He was here with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably just saying,
John.
yeah, he's probably just saying we should have had LeBron.
Yeah, I'm
already.
like, wait, what does he mean by this? But
He's saying he's an OG. That's what
yeah,
he's
I
saying.
love going to John's house.
Wait, what?
I've been going. I've been to John's house like twice now. It's
Wait,
fucking
what?
sick.
You
They
guys
don't
just
live that
hang
far
out?
from each other.
We don't like hang out, like, but you know, I've bought a couple things from him here and there, and like
What are you buying from him?
Sim stuff.
Oh, so he does sim.
He did. I don't know if he has, but you know, I stop by every time I stop by. I talk for a
Carl
little
gets
while.
around. Yeah.
He
Well, I
literally
honestly
lives
think that-
up the road
Yeah, they're
from
not
me.
far from each other.
Like
Really?
very, very, very
Yeah.
close to me.
You know how
And-
many drifters in Jersey live not far from him?
Really? Yeah.
They live
Dude,
in
when
that
I drive-
middle area.
When I drive to Carl's house, I'm like, what part of Pennsylvania am I in right now? Because
Dude,
I feel
it's
like I've been
not
in the
that
car
bad.
for hours.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad.
Well,
but
do you
actually,
take 78?
78.
That's why.
Yeah.
78 sucks.
Dude, you
It's
just
the deadliest road.
really?
what?
It's the deadly road.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably because of me, because I'm whipping through that motherfucker. The other day, I was pulling into work. There's this girl from work, and we're friends, and she's behind me, and I didn't know she was behind me. Apparently, cut her off. She's like, "I was behind you that whole time." In my head, I'm like, "Shit, damn, I was kind of cutting it up a little bit." I'm like, damn, that sucks. And I have all these stickers on the back of the Sequoia, so it's not like I could be like, "Are you sure?"
Are you sure it was me?
Was she saying you were driving too slow? and she
No,
was
no.
keeping up with
I
you?
think it was.
You're not a
maybe.
good driver?
I do drive and abide by every law on the road at all times,
No,
allegedly.
no one does that.
But Malcolm, is there something new that we're trying to do right now?
Yes, if you're a Patreon member, you could leave a voice message in the Discord. And we have one. I think it's a question for the podcast. Maybe we could hear it. Let's see.
I didn't know this.
Yo,
Yo, why is it echoing?
Why was it echoing? What? Wait, who is it? Who is it?
Zayden, I just wanted to know, what are your guys' thoughts on the World Cup in New Jersey in 2026? Let me know.
First of all, why did it sound like he was in a cave?
Because he was in the bathroom.
No, I think he maybe just put like a effect on it. And I don't know.
Bro, who is that?
That was
It's Aiden from fucking.
Is that
What's
Aiden,
his Instagram? Read his Instagram.
Aiden Warneck, right?
Yeah. The fit connoisseur.
Can we
and
play it one more
selling
time
his-
just so I hear it?
Yeah.
Yo, anyone out there hear me? I'm in a cave right now. This is crazy. This is Aiden. I just wanted to know, what are your guys' thoughts on the World Cup coming to Jersey in 2026? Let me know.
That was the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Thank you, Aiden.
I didn't hear the first part. He
I
actually
know, he
said
said
like, "Yo,
cave.
I'm in a cave."
Yo, this is crazy. I'm in a cave.
What the fuck?
World Cup? I don't know shit about dick.
I don't
so
watch soccer. I don't watch sports.
All I know is it's gonna
Wait,
be real busy. over
Laurent
here.
said Sharon was into sports.
Oh.
Do you know anything about World Cup stuff?
No.
They kick a ball around.
Soccer, but
Oh, you played soccer, so you know.
nah, I don't know much about what's going on now.
I would
though.
say
Like,
maybe just stay off the highways.
You
that
think there'll be
day.
more people than Taylor Swift concert or what?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be.
Malcolm just looked at me.
The traffic's gonna be worse than when they had the Super Bowl over there.
The traffic's gonna be all the way to Laron's house.
I wonder if was I
Super Bowl
around?
was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah. What
I
do you
don't
mean
even
you were-
remember that.
It wasn't only a couple years ago.
I know.
And you were here.
What year was it?
20 minutes away from.
Was I not? I probably wasn't even out here when the Super Bowl was. I was like, let me just fucking not leave my apartment.
Are we talking about the Super Bowl with the Eagles? Wait, no. The Eagles.
The Super Bowl that was at MetLife.
Yeah, it wasn't that long
Who
ago.
was
I
who was
just
the
don't
one at
remember.
MetLife?
I don't know.
I don't
It
know
was only
shit
like
about
4
nothing.
or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it should have been.
That was the one where the Eagles.
the
were
Yeah.
roads around here are
Yeah.
not built for that kind
Yeah,
of
soccer's
fucking
gonna
activity.
be way worse.
Way worse.
Really?
Yeah.
100%.
it's
Way
gonna be people
worse.
coming from South America, Europe, everywhere, dude.
Because
Holy shit.
it's gonna be in Canada, US, and Mexico.
Well, I'd like to put it out here now. If you're coming to see that and you're into drifting, let us know. And we'll give you a little tour.
Sorry, Ricardo just said sometimes the driver will delete the whole weekend's coverage. That was me. I deleted the R drive by accident. Remember when I borrowed it?
That's kind of random, but what is he?
No, he's talking about media coverage on a trip because Ricardo was taking videos
Oh.
and stuff for my trip, and we
Yeah.
didn't fucking do anything. But hey, Ricardo, we had a good time.
You can never be a vlogger.
No, I tried, man. That shit's hard.
Everyone
It's
tells us we
fucking
should do it, but we don't like.
It's
being on camera.
hard. It's a fucking hard thing.
I think you guys would do fucking amazing. Just
You
for the
guys do
record.
cool stuff.
but-
That's the thing. You guys do so much.
Yeah,
cool
you
stuff.
guys.
Yeah,
would be,
but I already lost the thumbnail of like we got a toter.
You could just
So
make
we're
it
going.
now.
Thumbnail?
That's your first. That's
For
your
fuck's
first
sake.
thumbnail. We got a
The
toter.
thumbnail could literally be
Yeah.
right there.
You guys could probably hire a media guy, and by the time
The trip to Utah and back
probably
would
should
have
do
been
that.
fully if that was covered. Oh my god,
That's what I mean. So you guys already know it would be pretty good. People would watch that.
So many tires.
I'm a horrible media person.
Yeah, we're not good at it. That's why we got Malcolm.
Did you see the
and
final
Eddie.
bout video? We didn't record shit.
That was the best video ever. It was literally our way there, and then we get to Chicago. We film some stuff, and then we get to final bout. It's us driving in, and then it cuts to the end, and Carl's like, "Well, that was a blast," and I'm like, "You literally didn't film anything, Carl." And he's just like, "Yeah, I realized we didn't film much, but we're on our way home."
Well, yeah, I remember. Is this a Summit one? No, you're talking
No,
about
that
Chicago.
was
The
yeah.
Summit one was like, you guys had a barbecue. There's maybe some driving in the background, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. I'm the worst
Carl,
media
when he gets to an
person.
event that he really, really wants to go to, he's not looking at a camera.
I'm also like not. I'm having a hard time looking at my like phone
Yeah.
and like trying to take a picture and like I'm like, oh shit, wait.
Yeah.
Well, if you
And
need
then-
someone to go with you, Mike is willing to do it.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually kind of appreciative that I don't have a lot of photos right now because now I'm like, gotta do it again.
Yeah.
But
And you're also just in the moment.
yeah, you enjoy it a little bit more. It's like
Like if it wasn't for Mike, no one would have known we were on Drift Week.
Yeah.
I took 0 photos.
wait, you've also been to the Drift Mansion as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You enjoyed that one?
That's another reation why we brought someone that could cover for us because we really didn't get anything from that, like videos and stuff like that, which sucked. Yeah, you got a prize, but I'm talking about coverage.
Dude, that'd be cool, Frank. You
The
want
Drift Mansion.
Yeah,
I've seen some of that. It's like you rent it. It's like an Airbnb or something.
Yeah, it's a full Airbnb, and he doesn't. Well, I'm not gonna talk about that. It's a full Airbnb. His main customers are like bachelor parties and stuff like that. The drifting is like 10% of his.
They don't have like cars you rent there, right? Like you.
He has 350Zs that you could, but like not us. Like when he does bachelor parties, he'll drive them around. He's
Oh,
a
okay.
drifter too. So
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'd fucking dude, we should do that.
I'd rather go to E-Town for a day.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Greatest place on earth. It's really hard to compare
it's-
anything when
it's
you got
not
that
cheap.
fort in your backyard.
Yeah.
it's not cheap at all, but it's just having experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Like that's
Definitely a good party spot.
Yeah.
like you
Like
know,
if you could go with a group of your friends and set up everything yourself, you have way more fun than like a structured event.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I-
nothing wrong with the event that we went to, but if you could do it on your own, you have way more fun. But then you don't get to meet people from all over the country.
I would want a one take of like from one end of the property. There's like a map of it on a set. I downloaded it off their website. But like from one end of the property, you just one take somebody drifting, somebody shoots a 3-point shot, somebody jumps into the pool at the same time, Going through the kitchen, somebody's cooking
That's
a burger.
cool. That's a good idea.
Dude, it's honestly a really sick spot.
That's a
like
good
it's
video
a literal
idea.
fever dream.
Yeah.
But do you have anything else that you guys wanted to add or close with? Or
I
Can
think
we-
Hobson kind of did a video like that,
where it's like a one
Yeah.
take? Dude, fuck yeah.
like waking up and then going out to a car and stuff. Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Can you guys shout out your social media accounts?
Because
I
Frankie
don't have to
probably
look
has
'em up.
no idea what they are.
Twitch Drift.
Twitch at Twitch Drift.
And I think I'm Sharwag.
Sharwag.
you? What?
She's
Because
like,
I
I
always get
think.
confused. I'm Sharwag, and then the team page is Upsoar
Upsoar.
Drift.
Awesome.
Upsoar Drift forever.
Check these guys out, man. They're all over the U.S. right now. All over.
Gotta be all
America
over the
right now.
world. What
Yeah.
have you? Did you cross into Canada? I'm gonna call it the world.
I can't take my car into Canada.
That's crazy.
All right, that sounds
Well, I
really.
can. I can't bring it back.
That would be a problem.
Canadians are. Yeah, bring her on.
Yeah. Can't leave.
Goddamn. Well, thank you guys so much for coming.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That was a fun one for me personally.
It was awesome.
Because
Yeah.
again, we finally got to meet Lyron, and we got to meet Sharon too.
Yeah, I never met Sharon, so that was nice.
Yeah.
You learned a lot about me in a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we learned about Pam.
Yeah.
So
Dude, Pam.
yeah. What's the horse's name?
MJ.
MJ, like Michael
MJ.
Jackson.
Like Michael Jackson, so I call her Emmy because, yeah.
Okay.
You guys
We're a big
really
fan of Michael
had
Jackson here, so it's awesome.
Had a deer named Frankie too.
And a deer named Frankie. This is
Fucking
cool.
What's
amazing.
all the deer's name?
Other deer was Chloe.
Chloe, good name.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Well,
thank you guys so much for listening. This has been Faction After Hours. Peace.